This episode is brought to you in part by Vector Travel. Visit bookings.vectorstays.com and enter the code NYY Recaps at checkout to get 10% off your next stay. Before we get started, the lineup for today's game versus the Blue Jays. DJ LeMahieu is leading off at second base, still looking to pick up his first hit of the year. Aaron Judge is in right field. He was 1 for 5 on opening day. Aaron Hicks out there in center field. He was hitless on opening day, as was the designated hitter, Giancarlo Stanton, in the 4-hole. Batting fifth, Kluber Torres. He was 1 for 4 with a base hit. Jay Bruce just missed a big home run on opening day. He is in the number 6 hole. He is at first base. Batting seventh, Gary Sanchez. He was 2 for 3 on opening day with a home run and a single, 2 RBIs. Also drew a walk and threw out a runner. Gio Urshela, he was hitless on opening day. And Clint Frazier in left field, he was 2 for 3. And on the mound, Corey Kluber, number 28. He will be making his Yankees pinstripes debut today. He had a pretty good spring. He struggled a little bit with command. Fastball was not what it used to be, but his slider, his curveball, his cutter all looked really good at times. I think it's just a matter of knocking off the rust. Would not surprise me if he comes out of the gate today and is very, very strong. He's going to be facing a pretty good Blue Jays lineup, so it's going to be a test right away for Corey Kluber. Hey guys, how's it going? Today is Corey Kluber's debut. I am super excited. This is going to be a lot of fun. This is going to be a watch party. The watch party will end after Corey Kluber comes out of the game, but I will be back after the game with a post-game reaction and highlights. That's going to be the traditional format for this channel. Most of the time, you're going to get a pre-game show called Yankees Game Day, and then after the game, you'll get a post-game reaction. But we are doing a watch party today, and I would like to invite you to join for a watch party tomorrow for Domingo Germán as he makes his debut this season. He's been really good this spring, so this should be a lot of fun. Let's get started. Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back. I see highs from everybody. Lori C., Jose Tavares, Justin Hartman, Yankees 2021, your newest mod. We got Slug Eater. We've got Chibuze Ezike. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Sharp Fishing TV. So you might notice that this looks a little bit different than the last couple. I've got a few of these different watch party templates. I am streaming at 1080p today, so there is a chance that it could crap out on me at some point, but I'm trying to, take it up a notch. So I'm actually not displaying as many comments on the screen. I still can. Let's hope Gary has another good game. Let me just make this bigger. Boom. But mostly, I'm going to be watching the comments on my phone. So for the best experience, for the same viewing party experience that I'm having, set up your phone, put on the game, and that way you can see the chats in the lower left-hand corner. And then you can see me just above the chat as I respond to people. I'll try to respond in real time. I'll be about probably at least 20 or 30 seconds behind you guys. I'll update the score as we go along. You've also got a reel of recent highlights from Yankees games, and then it'll go into classic highlights, and that's on about a 20-minute loop, and it'll go over and over again. Yankees 2021 says, you can call me Chip. They're going to win a chip this year. All right. Sounds good, man. Also, we'll go over the lineups just one more time in case you're just joining. I can still pull up the scoreboard. So we got DJ LeMahieu leading off, Aaron Judge in right field, Aaron Hicks in center field, Giancarlo Stanton at DH, Kluber Torres at shortstop, Jay Bruce, my pick to click or take to rake, whatever you want to call it. I think he's going to have a big day against this right-handed pitcher. He's at first base. Gary Sanchez, great opening day. He is behind the dish. Gio Urshela at third base, and Clint Frazier, Red Thunder, Thunder. He is in left field. Corey Kluber on the mound making his Yankees debut. First pitch will be in about 4 minutes. I feel like Corey Kluber is going to have a good day, but I'm a little bit worried about his command. Early on in spring training, he looked really sharp, but as spring training went along, his command actually got worse. And I feel like if he can get the command going early, he's going to have a good day. If he struggles with that, just the rust, knocking off the rust after a couple of years, pitching with a new team, probably cold weather today. Somebody said to wear my long johns in New York. I feel like he's gonna have to deal with a lot of elements. But I'm confident in Corey Kluber, and I'm gonna stick around for this stream as long as Corey Kluber is on the mound. So please hit that like and subscribe button. Let me know how you guys are doing. Devok Shah says, love your channel. Appreciate it. Love my audience. Dog hunting. Don't. Oh, I guess I thought he meant he hunts dogs, but I guess you can take dogs to go hunting. There are hunting dogs. That I'm not gonna lie, that threw me off for a second. Corey Kluber, 5 innings and 5 hits allowed. I'll probably take that. I think that would be decent. Andrew Licious Gamer says that tomorrow will be fun because Domingo will be pitch after a while. His first time pitching in a couple of years. And he looked really good in spring this year. Aaron Judge is on the TV right now. He's kind of commenting on his opening day performance. He had kind of a rough day. He did pick up a base hit. Justin Hartman says it is 50 degrees, but he's about 40 minutes away from the stadium. Yankees 2021 chip says best Yankees channel on YouTube. I hope so. Actually, he said best channel on YouTube. I can't say that this is the best channel on YouTube. I've got some favorites. I don't know if you guys watch Answers with Joe. That's my favorite YouTube channel, I think. He does just random topics on like science and I guess like mysteries and things like that. And he'll do like a 20-minute episode once or twice a week. And he's got 1 million followers and it's amazing. Luke Hughes, thank you for the super chat. Says, do you know the channel Foolish Baseball? I love Foolish Baseball. Foolish Baseball is great. Foolish Baseball is the premier baseball channel, in my opinion. I'm going to make these a little bigger. I changed the font, but I don't think the font is working that great. So we're going to change this back to the original font. Mike Prince says, NYY Recaps rule. Appreciate that. Dono hype. Bum, bum, bum. All right, so during the game, I'm not going to be putting as many highlighted comments on the board. I will put those up during the, I guess, commercial breaks and whatnot, because I'm going to be watching the game. The game is in this direction. I'm going to try and... The game is in this direction. The computer is in that direction. So I want to be looking at the game. I've got the chat right in front of me. So I'm ready to go. The games do take forever to start, THG. Usually Yankees take the field at about 106 or 107. First pitch is shortly thereafter. Junior B says $350 authentic Bernie Williams jersey just came in. Bernie, good old number 51. Lineup for the Blue Jays. Looks like it's got Teoscar Hernandez in it, hitting fourth. He went 3 for 4 with a home run on opening day. Vladdy Jr. behind him. Bo Bichette in the 3-hole. This is going to be a tough challenge for Corey Kluber. In 2019, Kluber was 2-3 with a 5.80 ERA. How's the sound coming in and all that stuff? I'm curious with this new setup. Are you guys liking this? You guys okay with this new setup? Kluber toes the slab. Kluber with a 91-mile-an-hour two-seamer over the outside corner. Bernie was one of my all-time favorites. Second pitch, grounded in the hole. Glaber on 1 foot. Not going to have a chance to throw the runner out. So Glaber got there, made a nice play, but it was just, too much speed from the leadoff hitter there. So runner reaches, first hit of the game for the Blue Jays. Around the diamond, Frazier in left, Hicks in center, Judge in right, Urshela at third, Torres at short, LeMahieu at second, Jay Bruce at first, Gary Sanchez behind the dish, and Corey Kluber making his Yankees debut. Hey, Frank. THG wants to know how many Ks for Kluber. I'm going to say I'm going to say 7 strikeouts for Corey Kluber. Fouled away, 89-mile-an-hour fastball, 0-1. So he's, excuse me, so he's around the zone. That's good. We're going to throw up the scoreboard. Or the runner's going, throw from Sanchez, and the runner is in there. Nice throw by Sanchez. That was kind of stolen on Kluber, I think. Yeah, Kluber takes a long time to get rid of the ball. Sanchez came up with it, made a beautiful throw right over the bag, right over the inside of the bag. So right where you want it to be. And that's tough on a cold day like today. It's tough to get a grip on the ball, but great throw from Gary Sanchez. Shout out where you tuning in from today. I want to see those cities popping up. I am here in Wake Forest, North Carolina, via Beekman, New York. Sorry, that was easy for me to say. This pitch is popped up. 0-2 pitch. Kluber moving. Frazier coming in. Frazier can't make the play. He dives. That was a tough play. Frazier motioning towards his eyes like he couldn't see it. You can see the sunlight reflecting off his glasses. He was looking right into the sun. He probably should have caught that. He missed that by about 2 inches. That's a tough play, but he probably should have caught that. You know he wants to have caught it. He's going like this. He couldn't see it. Worcester, Mass, Palm Flows, Germany, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Shout out to Breaking Bad. Latham, New York. Long Island, New York. Bo Bichette steps in. What the Yankees need here is a double play on about 1 pitch. Bo Bichette's going to try and make this a 3-0 game and try and give Kluber a rude welcome. But really, Kluber has given up a soft ground ball and a soft pop-up, so he's looked okay so far. He's around the zone. I don't think he's missed. Soft ground ball in the hole. Urshela to second for 1. On to first. Double play. Called it. Brother BKL Contreras says, big shout out from Bronx, New York. Appreciate that. Shout out to you. Shout out to the Bronx. D-Vac from California. Great play by Gio Urshela going to his left. On 2 hops, it looked like. Came up, made an off-balance throw right over the bag to DJ LeMahieu. LeMahieu turned it quickly through to first. Jay Bruce kind of had to stretch out, but it would look like he probably didn't need to. It looked like he just waited too long to stretch for the ball, and so he kind of stretched out funny, but stayed on the bag. Puerto Rico in the house. Teoscar Hernandez steps in. Runner on third, 2 outs now. Just 6 pitches for Kluber. Throws a beautiful slider on the outside corner, 82 miles an hour for a strike. Kluber misses high. Teoscar hit a long home run on opening day, way up into the bleachers. I think they said it was 430 plus feet. Kluber misses with a slider down in the zone, 81. He's behind in the count, 2-1. James Joyce behind the plate. No, sorry, it's James Hoy. I don't know much about him as a umpire. Two and one, misses outside. Looked like a changeup, possibly. Gary backhanded it. Should have probably blocked it. Inventor's Wisdom says, first time watching. Please give it a like and subscribe if it's your first time here. Let's hit that charge button. 3-1 count to Teoscar Hernandez. Corey Kluber might be careful right here. slider on the outside corner for a strike, and that makes the count full. Swung on and missed. Slider low and away, and Teoscar Hernandez goes down swinging. So one scoreless inning for Corey Kluber. So leading off for the Yankees next inning will be DJ LeMahieu, followed by Aaron Judge, followed by Aaron Hicks. Yankees highlight says, "Let's go Yankees." So that was a great slider by Corey Kluber. And I see THG says, "What a pitch." I was thinking the same thing. I mean, that was just that was the Corey Kluber slider that everybody talks about. Justin Hartman says, "Life is good, no school, eating a sub and watching baseball." So we go to the bottom of the first. Yankees need to do some damage today. They're facing a right-handed pitcher. This is one of those games where you would love to have more left-handed bats. You do have Aaron Hicks and you have Jay Bruce, but this is a game where somebody like Jason Giambi would have come in handy. A big, powerful lefty that takes on those, kind of average right-handed pitchers. Chip from Westchester. I've been looking into the voicemail thing that you guys suggested, and I'm going to continue to look into that. I think we might launch some new things every time we hit channel milestones. Maybe when we get to like 15,000 at some point, we'll launch a voicemail. Maybe then we get to 20,000, we'll launch something else, 30,000, and so on, until eventually we just take over the world. Ross Stripling gave up 13 home runs in 49 innings last year. That is too many. And that does not bode well for him in Yankee Stadium against this lineup. Shout out to all the new people in the chat. We got 142 in the chat today. Lori K says 15K in May. Hope so. All right, here's DJ LeMahieu, 364 average last season. Takes a fastball low at 91. Actually, it's called a strike. Jack Arnold wants my prediction. I'm gonna say Yankees win this one 6-2. I think the Yankees are coming around. UT! Hello, hello, hello. 0-1 is taken outside from DJ LeMahieu. I tell you what, I kind of like this setup better than the other one with the extra screen. I've got a few different watch party layouts, and I'm just trying to stick with ones work the best. Honestly, I want to do minimal work during the game so that I can focus on the game. I put most of my work into the pregame shows, by the way. Probably not going to do a pregame show tomorrow. I am going to try and do a watch party for Domingo Germán. And then afterwards, I'll have a postgame show. And then Monday, I'm going to try and do something for the Orioles, a pregame show, like a Yankees game day that comes out around noon. I'm trying different times. Last night, people said that it was a mistake that I launched at midnight. No, that's something I'm going to do on days off. If the Yankees have the day off, I can go ahead and make my video. That gives me all day to work on it. And then I can launch it at midnight and get it out there for the folks who are coming in from other parts of the world. David Perez says, "Loves your work." Thank you so much. Judge rips one through the hole for a base hit. He smoked that. I want to see the exit velocity on that. So Aaron Hicks steps in. He went 0 for on opening day. Hicks takes a fastball away. Or actually, no, that was 77. That was something slower. I caught the end of it. Chip says, Derek, did you know Judge played center field in college? Yes, I did know that. Ryan Kim, yo, 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 what's up, Ryan Kim? Shout out to where you're from. Hicks rips one, but just foul. Guys, I'm not going to lie. I've been spending way, way too much time with my PlayStation 5 the last couple days. I picked up a few different games. I got Dirt 5, which is kind of like a racing game, which is really fun. I picked up Mortal Kombat 11, NBA 2K21, and Madden 2-1. And then there was one more. Oh, and I've been playing MLB The Show on the it's not really an up. It is kind of an upgrade. It's not like an upgraded version, but it upgrades the game when you play it on PS5. But I've been having a ton of fun. I got to say, highest recommendation. Hicks strikes out again. He's 0 for the season. So just to reiterate, for the best, experience, put the game on your TV, and then throw your phone up, like, prop it up on a shelf or on a book or something. And that way you'll be able to read the comments that are scrolling underneath my picture. Just make sure you're in widescreen and full screen, and that'll keep you from being on the phone during the game. Then you won't have wrist issues like I do. J Half, I can't say what that says, but somebody said, yo, yo, yo. We need Stanton to rip one right here. Ahead in the count 1-0. Yankees have really gone overboard with the branding this year from different sponsors. See Toyota, Jim Beam, T-Mobile on the side of the mound. I guess the Yankees are trying to make up some of the lost revenue from not being able to sell to their entire stadium. They're trying to just cut their losses a little bit. Somebody says to kick out Gale, but no. Junior, we are allowing Blue Jays fans. So, Junior, don't try and kick people out. Blue Jays fans are welcome. Let's be civil to each other. Stanton takes a 3-0 fastball right down the middle at 92. I want to welcome all the Yankees and Blue Jays fans. Opposing team fans are always welcome as long as they're not being jerks about it. Stanton waves and misses at a high fastball. Really terrible swing. I'm telling you what, Stanton came into the season swinging the bat really well this spring, but he has looked absolutely horrible so far at the plate this season. He is just, I don't think he's made hard contact yet. He's swinging through everything. Doesn't look like he's finishing his swing. And he check swings and dribbles it foul. So he just looks in between at the plate, just kind of crossed up a little bit. Yankee Stadium looks beautiful, but it looks better when it's filled with people. Sunny day in the Bronx. Doesn't look like there's a cloud in the sky. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't. So Stanton draws a walk, and there are runners on first and second now with 2 outs, and it'll be Gleyber Torres. Here's a look at Gleyber Torres hitting some home runs this spring. So Stanton works the walk. He still has not made hard contact. Not particularly great at bat, but he did work the walk. Great take right there on a slider from, I forget what his name is, Stripling. Gleyber Torres is low-key very disciplined at the plate. He takes a lot of close pitches. Him and Clint Frazier both have really good at-bats. So does Mike Ford. CC Art is calling a 3-run home run from Gleyber Torres. Pickoff throw to second. Judge gets back in. Thanks the third base coach for letting him know. On a play like that, third base coach will say, back, 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 back. And it's on the runner to hear that. And he's supposed to be watching, but sometimes you glance away. You glance at the hitter. You glance at the other runners and things like that. But you glance at the other fielders that are covering the bases. Good curveball from Stripling for a strike. 79 miles an hour. 1-1 is the count. Ryan Kim is calling a Torres double. Sound coming in okay. I've got a little bit of a different mic setup today. I'm going to back it off just a little bit. Did you guys watch the game day show? How'd you guys enjoy my skit this morning? There wasn't much to talk about. Gleyber pops it up. High fastball up in the zone, and he got under it just a bit and pops it up. All right, so we are through one. No score. Black Hollywood says, good luck from a Phillies fan. Appreciate that. What's the most excited you've gotten on a stream that you can remember? Last year when the Yankees were playing in the division series, I don't remember what it was, but I haven't done a ton of streams for games. I don't do a ton of live stream games, but I'm doing it more this season because people like it so much. And it's a way for me to interact with the audience, let them get to know me. So we're getting people finally responding to the skit. Appreciate it. Loved it. And Tug says, stoned right now watching this. That's great.
Hello.
All right, so I'm going to take a quick step away for just a second. I want to test my I'll be back. I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back. Kluber throws a strike over the inside corner, like a cutter or a curveball, breaking ball of some kind. Was it 80 miles an hour? So maybe a curveball. It just hung a little bit. Vladdy Guerrero Jr. in there. Ooh, and Guerrero takes a fastball that sailed in and got him in the elbow pad. Oh, he will head down to first. So that's one of those command issues from Corey Kluber. And that could be just rust. I mean, he didn't pitch much last year, didn't pitch much the year before that. And so it's on him to, get a feel for things, especially during, early part of the game. two-seam fastball away and off the corner. 1-0 to Gurriel Jr. Gurriel Jr. is going to be a really good player. He's already a pretty good player, but I think he's going to get even better. I've been watching him the last few years. He's got a very athletic swing, very athletic body type. He's young. Takes a curveball down the middle for a strike. That might have been a slider. With Kluber, I should just say breaking ball, because he throws so many different types of breaking balls, and he throws them all at different speeds. Leon says, who's your favorite Yankees player? That's got to be Aaron Judge. Do we got Pat in the house? Do we have Pat up in here? I missed it, but there it is. Yo, yo, yo. Shout out to Pat.
That is so cool.
Corey Kluber, 1-1 on the count to Gurriel Jr. No score here, top of the second. 16 pitches for Corey Kluber. He's been pretty good. Ran into a little bit of trouble in the first, but pitched out of it as Gurriel fouls it away. And Kluber's ahead, 1-2. I'll tell you what, if you're sitting in the stands these days, your chances go up for getting a souvenir because you're not competing with as many people. A ball might land 6 or 8 seats over, but there's nobody sitting there, so you're able to hop over there and get it. I've been really excited to watch Corey Kluber watch him pitch. He's been one of my favorite pitchers for a long time. Nice, easy ground ball to second. LeMahieu to second for 1. On to first. Double play. And Kluber gets his second double play ground ball in as many innings. And that's what I mean about him being a good pitcher. Gets a guy on base. He doesn't try and overthrow. He tries to induce soft contact. And that's how you are able to pitch deep into the game, throw a lot of innings. He threw 215 innings, I think, in his last full season. Efficient outs. And when you got guys on base, you can go to that pitch that gets you the ground ball. Jake Cake says, do you like the new score bug on Yes? I got to say, the pitch miles per hour is a little small for me. My eyes aren't what they used to be. I'm 37. But I do like how it doesn't take up a ton of the screen. But I prefer a smaller score bug up in the middle. Or I mean up in the, like a more square box, you know? I like those diamond ones where it shows like the 4 bases and it shows, you know, who's on first or second or whatever. And then across it will show the inning, and then maybe on either side you'll get the score. Slider in the dirt, 84 miles an hour, 2-0. Kluber still at 20 pitches through 1 2/3, so very efficient. I can see him going 6 or 7 innings today at this pace. If he gets an out right here, he'll be basically on pace to throw about 99 pitches over 9 innings. Slider away. Actually, no, it would be 1 more pitch. So if he gets out of here this with 22 pitches, that would be 11 per inning. Leon says, do you like Jeter more than Gregorius? Yes, I'm a big Jeter guy. Ryan Kemp says, what happened to your wrist? Carpal tunnel. Slider away, 2-2. I've got the same issue that Miguel Andujar has. Only problem is I work a full-time job, so I can't take days off from using my mouse, using the computer, using the phone, things like that. But these watch parties help because my phone is one of my screens. So I'm not using my phone. I'm giving my thumb at least a rest. It's one of the reasons I don't tweet much. I put my Twitter handle up here in the pregame. It's @MusingsOfDerek. But I really don't tweet much. I'm not much of a Twitter guy. I just don't like social media. Everybody is very hostile. And I respect everybody's opinion. So, like, somebody could have, like, a really bad take, but I take them seriously, and so I want to fight with them. Leon says, hope your wrist feels better. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. CC Art says, I like Kluber. I do, too. 24 pitches for Kluber here, top of the second, 2 outs. 2-2 count. Let's go for that second strikeout of the game. Slider away. Got him looking. Great pitch from Corey Kluber. He gives a little fist pump. Got to love him getting pumped up. We go to the bottom of the second. Kluber now with 2 scoreless innings, 2 strikeouts. And it's going to be Jay Bruce, who is my take to rake, followed by Gary Sanchez and Gio Urshela. And Corey Kluber has great location. It's not just great break. It's not just late break. He's got great location with that breaking ball. That was the issue during spring training. He wasn't able to throw with that same kind of location on the breaking ball. But the Klubot is bringing it today. He's around the zone. He's sharp. Gotta love it. On Sunday night, I was speaking with Kyle Korver of John Boy Media. He is the social media director of John Boy Media, and he will be part of the pregame show on Monday, Yankees game day. Going to talk to him about this opening series. I'll also cover the starts by Corey Kluber and Domingo Germán. I almost said Jason Dominguez. Speaking of Jason Dominguez, he posted a picture from the Yankees complex yesterday saying, "I am here." In other words, the Martian has landed. Fisher Steets says, "What's your ERA prediction for Kluber?" I predicted, I think, and Pat may have to correct me, 3.81. Leon says, "Do you have any Yankees books?" Yes, I've got a ton. I've got Mission 28 by Brian Hoke. Let's see. These are the ones I'm reading right now. DiMaggio, which is a story about Joe DiMaggio. My grandfather said that Joe DiMaggio was the best player he ever saw. And he saw Babe Ruth. He saw Mickey Mantle. The Bronx Zoo. This is the story of the 1977 Yankees by Sparky Lyle. Birth of the Dynasty. This was Joel Sherman, one of my favorite writers, about the 1996 season. And I actually modeled my thumbnail about the 96 comeback after the cover of this book. And then The Last Night of the Yankees Dynasty. This is by Buster Olney. It's about the 7th game of the 2001 World Series. Toss those down for now. I read like a chapter of a book a day. Like I just read a different chapter. Sometimes I listen to a lot of books. I'm listening to Beyond Order by Jordan Peterson right now. I know he gets a little bit of he's misunderstood a little bit, but I like his philosophy on life, on having a mission, on having an aim. Yeah, let's cut down on the spamming, guys. I love the enthusiasm, but everybody needs to be able to get a word in. Jay Bruce was my pick to click today, my take to rake. He's got 318 career home runs. He's behind in the count 1-2 to Stripling. And he swings and misses at an up and away fastball, just 91 miles an hour, but he was very late on that swing. Maybe he was looking for a breaking ball. Do you guys watch Brockmire? That is a great baseball show. It's on Hulu if you have Hulu. It stars Hank Azaria. Hank Azaria is one of the voices from The Simpsons. He voices Mo, the bartender. First they called me Kid Mo. I love that. But yeah, Hank Azaria is tremendous in that show. Here's Gary Sanchez. Had a really good opening day. Gets a nice round of applause from the fans. So we're seeing ads everywhere. That's the reason that the Yankees... Oh, this one's ripped, but on one hop over to Bichette. Throws in the dirt, but a nice scoop over there by Guerrero. The Yankees go to all these different camera angles because now they've got freaking Glad advertisements and Chico's bail bonds and everything else all over the place. So 2 quick outs here for Ross Stripling. He throws a fastball, curveball, changeup, slider, and a sinker, so he runs the gamut. 3.77 career ERA coming into this game. Gio Urshela takes a pitch up in the zone, 84 miles an hour, looked like a breaking ball, just got away. Gio Urshela, highest batting averages in the league since 2019. He is second at 308. Takes a breaking ball in the dirt that bounces away. Shout out to my mods, THG Wicked 50 Cal and Yankees 2021. Thomas Miller says, touchdown. Sunday's tomorrow, bro. I've been playing Madden a lot on PlayStation 5. I know a lot of people say that Madden sucks, but I like Madden. I still think it's fun. Gio fouls away a slider. He really should have crushed that pitch. I'm not going to lie. That was a hanger. That just kind of hung up there in the zone. He should have done something with it. It's going to be a 2-2 to Urshela. This game moving along at a quick pace. Urshela rips it to center field. That's going to be a base hit. First hit of the year for Gio Urshela. Takes a big turn around first. Has to hustle back. Nice base hit. What I need is some sounds for hits.
Excellent.
Justin Hartman says, Clint, get your redemption. I mean, he went 2 for 3 on opening day. I mean, he did pretty well. Although I guess he means redemption for that tough play in the first. But no harm, no foul. Nobody scored. Next pitch was a double play, I think. Clint takes a breaking ball on the outside corner. You know what? I'm going to move the comments here to a better spot so that everybody can see them. When I highlight them, they'll appear on the screen. Frazier takes a breaking ball low. That was a tough play in the first inning. He called it, and then it looks like it drifted to the right, and he couldn't see it. He says that he couldn't see it in the sun. Left field is a tough field at Yankee Stadium. That's what we say. Jay Bruce wearing his helmet a bit too tight. You can see the ring mark around his enormous forehead. Guy's got a forehead like Peyton Manning. Like a drive-in movie theater. It'll be a 1-1 count on Clint Frazier. Frazier rips it down the left field line. That's into the corner. That's going to go all the way into the corner and be extra bases. Gio Urshela is going to have to stop at third. But Frazier's got a double. He turned on that breaking ball and just ripped it into the corner. Third hit of the year for Clint Frazier. If I'm not mistaken, that leads the team. Just such a short little swing. Not much movement on the lower half. He keeps that front foot closed. You see that he rolls over the front foot a little bit, but he still keeps it closed. That allows him to turn his hips and drive through the baseball on the inside part of the plate. That's something that Albert Pujols used to do really well. It's something that Mike Trout does really well. Clint Frazier and Mike Trout have a very similar follow-through. They're very different types of players, but they both have a very similar swing path. And so you'll see them kind of short, with a short finish where they finish kind of up against their left shoulder. Over their hips. So great swing by Clint Frazier. Yankees set up, 2 runners in scoring position. DJ LeMahieu at the plate. LeMahieu 0 for the season. How long can you keep this man down? He is due. Takes a breaking ball right down the middle. Shaw, let's see some timely hitting here. DJ takes a fastball in off the plate. Ayers says, if DJ or Judge hits a home run, I'll buy merch. Damn right. I like this game. I like when people say that. DJ chops one towards third. That's going to be a tough play. Up with it. Throws to first. Safe. Off the bag. Yankees take the lead. That's going to be a base hit. That was a slow dribbler, just like he had on opening day, towards third. And the throw kind of stretched out Vladdy Guerrero, and he had to come off the bag a little bit. Yankees take a 1-0 lead. And DJ was busting it out of the box. He knew all the way that he had to beat that out. That's where you worry about earlier in the season, somebody pulling a little hammy or something, but DJ got there, and it was clear that Guerrero was at least 3 or 4 inches off the bag. Here's AJ. We need Judge to put one off the frickin' batter's eye here. You guys remember that first home run he hit in his career? And then I think it was Tyler Austin hit one right before him, and they went back to back. First rookies ever to do that. Judge grounds it short. Oh, booted by Bichette. Throws to first, but gets Judge by about 15 feet. And that'll do it. But the Yankees take the lead and have a 1-0 lead as we go to the top of the third. Ayer said they were there for the Judge Day. Back-to-back with Tyler Austin. Or Shaw said they were there that day. Very nice. I was watching it in my living room. I do remember I was eating pizza that day, though, so that was nice. I'm excited about this guy, Domingo Germán, pitching tomorrow. He's got electric stuff. I think he's going to have a big year. I predicted a 20-win season from him, and I got a lot of crap for it. But this guy had 18 wins 2 years ago as a rookie. So I don't see why he can't, win 2 more games. Chip says his Judge's swing longer. That's what the scouts say. And it does look like he's having a little bit of trouble with that inside pitch. I'm not going to lie. Got our first down vote of the day. I'm sorry. Whatever I did to offend you. Maybe it was just by existing. Some people just have a problem that you exist. I've learned that doing YouTube. The amount of hate I've gotten for growing as fast as I have grown has been crazy. People just don't want other people to succeed with anything. It's nuts. It's just my side hustle, man. I'm just trying to have some fun. So the clips are lining up pretty well now because Corey Kluber's coming out to pitch, and we've got Corey Kluber on the screen. Kluber's control has been pretty good today. 25 pitches through 2 innings. Takes a 2-seamer on the outside corner for a strike. Randall Grichuk at the plate. 273 last season in 55 games. 12 home runs. Pretty good season. Throws a slider away. Fiddles with the mound a little bit. Didn't like the way he landed there. Kluber's fastball averages about 92. Sinker at about 91.4. Cutter at 88. Curveball at 82.9. And changeups at about 85. So he throws all sorts of pitches. Throws a nasty slider there at 85 for swing and a miss. Swing and a miss on a slider. Another strikeout for Corey Kluber. Danny Jansen steps in, 183 hitter last year, but bats like Ted Williams against the Yankees. Fouled away on a check swing. Kluber's looking like Kluber. I mean, he's just moving the ball in and out, up and down. He's keeping guys off balance. I'm still in search of a new computer chair, guys, so keep those links coming if you find one. GB says Yankees should trade for Danny Jansen now. I mean, he wouldn't play on the Yankees, but just to get him off of the Blue Jays maybe, because he kills the Yankees when he's with the Blue Jays. Misses low to slider, 3-1 to Jansen. Jansen always just has good at bats against the Yankees. Jeremy Solid says, "Are you also a New York Giants fan?" No, I grew up. I used to like the Raiders, and then I liked the Dolphins for a long time, but they're not so good. So I really don't watch a ton of football anymore. I've been rooting more and more for the Raiders again and the Seahawks again. Those are two of my dad and my brother's favorite teams. Another brother likes the Steelers, so I root for them. But mostly I don't really care. Junior says, "You think they're going to let Kluber go past 5? I think it's going to be more about the number of pitches he throws than the number of innings. I think he's going to throw about 80, 85 pitches, something like that." Simeon steps in. Kluber could use another double play here. CC Art says with the 6-4-3. And then the ball gets away from Kluber, just missed Simeon. It was a very similar pitch to what hit Vladdy Jr. That was kind of a slider that slipped out. And that's what I mean about feel. Just not pitching for a long time, you can kind of lose it from time to time. If he gets in a rhythm, he'll be fine. Reminder to like and subscribe. Gonna do another one of these tomorrow for Domingo Herman. It's fun, though. It's a fun way to watch the game. Popped out. Foul? You can tell that I'm not a play-by-play guy. I get a lot of word salads over there. Justin Hartman says basketball. How about basketball? I'm a Portland Trailblazers fan. I've been watching a lot of them the last few years. I like Lillard, McCollum. I like those guys. And Portland is a place that I would like to visit someday. I heard it's very nice. Thomas Miller says Simeon has hit a home run against Corey in the past. THG with the advice to go ahead and hit that like button. We have 181 in the chat. Appreciate it. 1-0 Yankees here in the top of the third. Kluber's starting to lose his own a little bit. He's fallen behind 3-1 to Simeon. Kevin Biggio on deck. Biggio looks too skinny to be a Major League Baseball player. Shaw Dinar says, "We suck, but still go Knicks." I actually like the Knicks, too. I like watching the Knicks. I like them when they're good. I like to watch, slider in the dirt for a ball 4. And Simeon draws a walk. So Kluber has lost it a little bit. Right now is when you could use a quick visit from Matt Blake just to settle him down. You know? Go over Cavan's strengths and weaknesses. What pitch is most likely to induce a ground ball from Biggio? Right now, you need another double play ball. That's what it comes down to. He's got to find a way to induce a double play ball, preferably to the right side here because you've got 3 men on the right side. If I were Corey Kluber, I would start that cutter over the middle of the plate and have it try and break towards the inside part of the plate, but still over the plate. You don't want it to break too much off and be taken for a ball, but you also don't want him to be able to get his barrel on it. You want to try and get that ball off the trademark area. So cutter inside is what I would call. Gary sets up away. It's a change up away. Ball gets by Gary. Runner gets the third. Here's the throw, and he's in there. And Gio is calling for the Yankees to challenge that call. Semien, for some reason, didn't advance from first base. Sanchez came up throwing, and I think they got him. I think they got him on the wrist by about an inch. We're going to find out. No, he's in there. He's in there. That's close. That's close. That they might have to look at that. He's in there. He's safe. He's in there. He got that front index finger in there by like a micrometer, if that's even a measurement. But that's okay. Doubles play is still set up. You got to get a ground ball because Semien didn't advance for whatever reason. So you get a ground ball to short or second right now. You can turn 2. Kluber fires over to first. Check on the runner. Jay Bruce wearing number 30, newest Yankee. I see the audience is split on that call, but replay clearly showed he was in there. I'm watching on a 65-inch TLC 4K TV, and to me it looked like he was in there. But still a nice throw from Gary. And here comes Matt Blake. A couple pitches too late, if you ask me. Wyatt says, how far do you think they'll let Kluber go? Maybe 80, 85 pitches. I think his high in spring was about 75 or 70, something like that. Usually you can go another 15 beyond that in your first start. So let's say he threw 70 in his last start. That'll put him at 85. Wouldn't be surprised if he goes 5 innings, gives up, throws 80, 81 pitches, something like that, and they take him out. The Yankees bullpen had a day off yesterday, and they looked really good on opening day. Johnny Lasagna bringing the heat. Nick Nelson, fantastic. Thomas Miller says 90 pitches. I could see that. I didn't watch the pregame. I was working on my channel, so I don't know if they said exactly how many they're going to throw him, but it's possible. Fastball up in the zone, 88. Matt Blake probably told him to go up in the zone because he was missing a lot. Sometimes as a pitcher, you can get into that zone where you keep missing in the same spot and you want to keep attacking it. Kind of like if you're playing cricket on a dartboard and you can't hit that triple 20 and you want to keep going for it, but there's other spots you can fill in. So sometimes it's good to maybe shoot for something else for a bit. Just change up the way you're looking at it. Misses just off the plate on the outside corner. 3-1. I want to see that one again. Yeah, maybe a little bit out. Nice frame job by Gary. Overhead shot shows it missed by about maybe 2 inches. Nice changeup. Swung on and missed. 3-2. 44 pitches for Kluber here in the third. You're one ground ball away from being on a 15 pitch per inning pace. That would put him at 90 pitches in 6 innings. Be interesting if the Blue Jays run right here. Try and stay out of the double play. Semien can run a little bit. Unlikely to find a slow middle infielder. Simeon goes. Strike 3. Gary fires down to first. Ball goes into center field. Jansen will score, and we are tied at 1. That's an error by Sanchez. Kluber did get the strikeout. Believe that's his 4th strikeout of the game. I don't know if that was an earned run, so I'm not going to say it was yet. I think it was an unearned run. Yeah, it's an E2 allowing the run to score, so that's an unearned run probably. Here's Bo Bichette. He scares me a little bit. Swings and misses at a nasty slider. 176 people on the chat. Reminder to like and subscribe. Swung on and missed, 0-2. So it appears that Kluber has dialed it back in. It'll be an 0-2 from Kluber, his 48th pitch of the game. 1-1 here in the top of the third. Tries a two-seamer, misses just a bit outside.
Just a bit outside.
My kind of team, Charlie. It's my kind of team.
Wyatt says, if Kluber has a good year, will the Yankees re-sign him? I don't think so, but he gets strike 3 on the outside corner. So 3 innings now for Kluber. Somebody let me know if that was an unearned run. I think it was an unearned run. Check the MLB.com. I don't have access right now. Actually, I do have MLB.com. Let me pull it up. So far for Kluber, yeah, no earned runs. So 3 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, no earned runs, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. As we go to the bottom of the third this inning. I need a haircut. So MLB.com has it as an unearned run, but apparently ESPN disagrees. I'm going to leave it as unearned because I'm scoring it that way for now. I'm going with MLB.com. We're headed back. Somebody said, who's up for the Yankees? I can't recall. Who made the last out? Was it... I don't recall who made the last out. Was it Judge? Yeah, so Aaron Hicks leading off. It'll be Hicks, Stanton, and Torres. Aries says, what's with the new setup? What do you mean, what's with it? I've got a few different watch party templates because I like to change the pattern up a little bit. I don't like everything to be the same. And this is just one that I have. And it's one that I'm using today. I like this one better than the other ones I've used before. The watch reel that you've got is highlights from recent games, followed by highlights from Yankees history. COVID 1984, interesting name. Says definitely an error. I agree. 0-2 on Hicks, who's 0 for 1 and hitless on the season. Hicks fouls away. Steven D8 says might drop Hicks from your fantasy team. Yeah, I don't think Hicks is a fantasy player. He's a valuable player to a team because he plays good defense. He gets on base a lot generally, but he's not really a light up the numbers type of guy. Takes a fastball inside, jackknifes out of the way. 10,280 in attendance at Yankee Stadium. Beautiful day at the field. Mike Prince said, would you rather have Hicks or Brantley? Hicks. He's younger, plays center field. He's just keeping the Martian spot warm. 1-2 pitch is high. Hicks lays off. Almost checked his swing, but really more of a fake swing. Giancarlo Stanton on deck, looking like he's ready to do some damage. He's got to run into one eventually. He's a beast. Hicks fouls away the 2-2. Breaking ball chopped towards the first base dugout. I tell you what, doing these watch parties and trying to do a little bit of play-by-play, it makes me respect guys like John Sterling all the more, and guys like Vin Scully who would do the play-by-play the whole game by themselves even more than that. And a changeup gets Hicks, who goes down again. His struggles continue. You hear him shout some expletives on his way back to the dugout. Giancarlo Stanton steps in. Not quite as crouched as he was when he first got to the Yankees. Takes a fastball in the outside corner. Good pitch. It seems like the pitchers are pitching Giancarlo really well so far. He just hasn't gotten a lot to hit. He has swung through some good pitches, but they were in the upper 90s. He hasn't gotten that meatball right down the middle of the plate early in the count yet. Takes a slider low. Ooh, Sanchez swings through a slider and almost falls over. I wonder how much the 4 or 5 days off in between the end of spring training and the beginning of the regular season has affected these guys, because they don't seem to be having great at bats. Going from the sunny Florida to cold New York. Honestly, Stanton just doesn't look quite as sharp as he did in Florida. Just needs a few more games under his belt if he can make it that far. His swings are very late, as someone commented. 162 on the chat, magic number for baseball. One, two is fly towards left field. Camped under it is the left fielder. He makes the play. Right shape, wrong size. David Perez says the Yankees are just facing great pitching. I wouldn't call Hyun-Jin Ryu or whoever the hell this guy is, Ross Stripling, great. I would just say the Yankees are just kind of, their timing looks off collectively. They need some guys to get hot. Kluber takes a breaking ball off the inside part of the plate. Ball one. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. 1-1. Yankees got a run early on an infield hit from DJ LeMahieu. And the Blue Jays scored last inning on an error by Gary Sanchez on a throw to second base. Kluber lines it to right field. It's going to drop in there for a base hit. Nice piece of hitting from Gleyber Torres. Jay Bruce stands in. He struck out in the second inning. Jones P says Ryu is madly underrated. I don't think he's that good. The Yankees lit him up a couple of years ago in L.A. I remember the Yankees faced him. He had a sub-2 ERA, and they just lit him up. I just don't find his stuff to be that good. He's a crafty guy. But I don't think Ryu's all that great. I think it's a product of National League and running into some luck. I just don't think his stuff is that good. Is today Jay Bruce's birthday? He was my take to rake. I would love to see him hit one right here. Looks like they're going to throw him a slider. Possibly down and in. Don't hang it. I'll tell you who I miss is Luke Voigt. It'll be an 0-2 to Jay Bruce. Takes it high and away, 93. CJ Cable with a nice point about Ryu. I'm not as big on Ryu as other guys are. 2-2. Stripling wanted that pitch, missed just below the zone. Hopefully the stream is not too far behind you guys. I'm watching on live TV, and I'm watching the stream, but I can't hear it, so I'm probably at least 10 or 15 seconds behind. Broadcasting in 1080p today for the first time in a while. Bruce fouls it away. Typically I broadcast in 720p, but I just haven't liked the way that it's looked. Hence why I'm trying out this new format. It's got less moving parts, and so I should be able to broadcast at 1080p. So hopefully it looks good, looks crisp on your end. 2-2 count, Jay Bruce. Jay Bruce strikes out on the outside corner fastball. So we go to the top of the fourth. Tied at 1. Yankees out hitting the Blue Jays 5-2, but game still tied. All right, I'm going to take a quick break. I will be right back. All right, I'm back. I had to let my dogs back in. Just had to do a couple of bans. We got people spamming negative stuff about the Yankees. Let's just try and keep it positive. I mean, I don't mind if you criticize or say whatever, but, you know, some people are just being shitty about it. Ground ball to short on the second pitch of the inning from Hernandez. Torres retires him. Steven Ragusa says, I have kids in my basement. I definitely don't have kids. I don't like kids. But also, you're banned. Bye. Breaking the living room rule. Vladdy rips one up the middle for a base hit. Hicks gets over, plays it. Base hit for Vladdy. It looks like I started off a debate about whether or not Ryu is a great pitcher. Look, he's a good pitcher. I just don't. Somebody said they were facing great pitching, and I just don't think he's great. I mean, I think he's good. He's definitely a very solid pitcher, but I wouldn't put him as an ace. He's in the number 1 spot of his rotation, but it's a very weak rotation. On the Yankees, he would be a number 3. With a healthy Luis Severino, he pitches maybe 4th. Stream went out for a second. Hopefully everybody is, it's like we lost some folks, but had a little bit of a glitch. It happens when you're streaming. I mean, we're, basically a couple hours in now, almost, hour and a half. 1-2 from Kluber misses away. 2-2. Guacamole says my Wi-Fi is so bad, I bet he lives in the middle. I've actually got really good Wi-Fi. I'm just streaming at 1080p, and my wife's probably listening to a podcast somewhere. And, you know, it's the middle of a Sunday, so heavy use day around here, or Saturday, rather. Heavy use day in my neighborhood. It is what it is. So, it's going to be a 3-2 pitch to Gurriel Jr. Runner on first. Need another ground ball here. Justin asking if my wife is a Yankees fan. Yeah, I think I've converted her, but she's not really much of a baseball fan. She likes it when I watch it, but she's more of a podcast gal. Where are you from, Recaps? I'm actually from New York. I'm from Beekman, New York, just north of New York City, about an hour. Moved to North Carolina, 1997. Three-two from Kluber, fouled away. Premio, whatever that is, ad on the mound. I think you should keep the ads off of the field. Like, if you want to put ads on the fences, that's fine. But do we really need to sponsor the pitcher's mound? This one is ripped to left over Torres. Hicks gets up with it. Going to third is Guerrero. So it's first and third with one out. Kluber at 61 pitches. He's nearing the most he's thrown this season, if you include spring training, obviously. Chris Gardner says, "Are you close to Elon? What, you want my address?" No, I don't think I'm near Elon. I don't even know where Elon is. I don't leave my house except to get calzones. Rowdy Tellez swings and misses at an inside off-speed pitch. Need a double play right here, somebody said. I agree. We need a little soft ground ball. Not too soft, though, because you need to be able to get the runner. I can't tell how quick Tellez is as he pops one up towards right field. Judge camped under it. He's taking an angle so he can go home with it. Fields off to the side, fires home. Runner will stay at third. Judge shows off the cannon, and there are two down. So really nice job by Aaron Judge there, putting himself in a position to throw. So that was a really high pop-up. And you see he kind of tilted his body before he caught it so that he could get rid of it quickly, and Guerrero didn't test. So he leads with that front shoulder. He probably could have turned a little better, actually, but doesn't really need to. Throws a bullet one hopper to Gary Sanchez behind the plate. Here's Randall Grichuk. Any out will do. Takes a slider low. So Kluber's going to be careful. He's not going to throw a meatball here. Aries seems to have something about memes he wants. It's time to stop spamming that. I keep seeing it over and over again. Randall Grichuk steps in. He had a home run in a spring training game I was at a couple of years ago down there in Tampa. I tell you what, we need a win. I need a win today. My body is ready for a win. Slider outside, 3-0 to Grichuk. Jansen on deck. Next, Jen Break says, why did Griffey turn down the Yankees offer? Griffey never wanted to play for the Yankees because of the way his father was treated when he was with the Yankees in the 80s. And Junior felt that he was treated unfairly. And so he did not like the Yankees organization. Eris says, what do you think of the extra innings rule? I think it's dumb. If you saw my Yankees game day this morning, you see what I think of Rob Manfred. This one's fouled away. 3-2. Kluber at 68 pitches. I think he's got at least one left. I hate that extra inning rule. Kluber misses. Another walk.
It's awful.
Here's Jansen. Gives the Yankees trouble. We've had 2,875 people on this stream since it began. Not too shabby. Ground ball to short. Glaber up with it. On to second. He makes the play. And Kluber gets out of it with 70 pitches. I don't think Kluber picked up a strikeout that inning. Did he? I could be wrong on that. I'm going to pull up the MLB just so I can translate the stats real quick. So Kluber, I mean, he's got the moxie, you know, he pitches around big innings. How you guys liking this stream? I don't know how other people do watch parties. I'm trying to just make it entertaining, talk as much as I can, but it's tough to talk for 3-4 hours straight. So Kluber's line so far, 4 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, no earned runs, so still a 0 ERA. 3 walks, too many, and 5 strikeouts. So he's still kind of messing up with the command. All right, so Gary Kerman, I'm going to go ahead and answer your question. He says, NYY recaps 20 times. Do you think they should get rid of Giancarlo? They're not going to be able to get rid of Giancarlo. who's going to take Giancarlo? Unless the National League adopts a full-time DH, there's no way Giancarlo's going anywhere. He's also got a no trade clause. So he's not going anywhere. So your best bet is to just get used to Giancarlo. Yeah, we got Shut up! We got a Mets fan saying dumb stuff. A Mets fan joking around that Garrett Cole got hurt.
Shut up, Wesley.
Mets blow. So let me know how you guys are liking the watch party. I'm open to improvements and making changes. I can't stream the game, but, you know, I can add little bits here and there. Gary Sanchez stepping in. Yes, just said that he'll go 85 pitches. So that's one more inning probably. He'll probably throw the fifth. You know, if he has an 8-pitch inning, maybe you send him back out for the sixth. But no need if the Yankees can score a few runs here. Excuse me. Little glitch in the yes feed right there. Gary swings through a high fastball at 89. Not exactly cheese, more like a meatball, but he swings through it. Sanchez rips a hanging breaking ball foul. Gary Sanchez's hair's getting a little bit long. Surprised the Yankees are allowing longer hair this year. Might be part of the COVID thing, just keeping them out of the barber's chair. I was watching Jason Dominguez hit, and his follow-through when he makes contact reminds me a little bit of Gary. It also reminds me a little bit of Aaron Hicks at times. Not exactly a promising sign, but they say Jason's good. Be a 2-2 to Gary. Rip to left field. Deep. Back. Track. Wall. Goodbye. Gary hits his second home run of the year. Yankees take a 2-1 lead. Gary Sanchez. Looks like a low pitch, and that was that classic Gary swing into the first row in left field. Second home run of the year. We're going to get another one for that. Gio swings over a slider. Gary's shutting a lot of mouths here. Aaron Judge predicted an MVP from Gary. There's somebody I missed, Darryl Strawberry. He had a great swing. Now, if Kluber can get through the next inning without being scored upon, he will at least complete 5 innings with a chance to get the win. As a starting pitcher, you need to complete the first 5 innings during the regular season. It's not the same thing in spring training, but during the season, as a starting pitcher, you need to complete 5 innings to get the win, to be eligible for the win. Adrukas says, shut up, haters. Hey, Luke Hughes with a super chat. Appreciate that. Gary Sanchez on pace to hit 168 home runs. That's baseball, baby.
I cannot hit curveball. Straight ball, I hit it very much. Curveball, that's all, Fred.
Says 168. I think it would be 162 because second game. Although he is averaging more than 1 a game because they haven't played 2 complete games yet. So. I'd like to see Gio do something right here. Yankees need a crooked inning here. I would love to see like a 6 or 7 innings. Or 6 or 7 run inning. Chris Green says, how did the Yankees score? First one was an RBI single by DJ LeMahieu, infield single. Second one just now was a solo home run by Gary Sanchez. Yankees lead 2-1. Blue Jays scored on an errant throw by Gary Sanchez. Der Louis says that Gary is scary. Looks like we got a Seahawks fan.
Yes, sir.
Strike 3 to Urshela. Takes a cutter on the outside part of the plate. We've added about 50 subs today since the stream began. Thank you to all the new subs.
Excellent.
Up to 3,129 individual streamers. Had 21,000 on opening day. That was a big day. Sterling drops a curveball in for a strike to Clint Frazier. Clint Frazier ripped a double down the line early on in the game. I think Clint is going deep right here. I don't know. I just got that feeling like Clint has got his panache right now. He's got a flair for the dramatic. I think he's going to make it 3-1. Ayers promising merch if we get another home run this inning.
That is so cool.
Ryan says he gave a shout out. Appreciate it. Yeah, we want to grow, man. I want this to be a 30 to 50,000 sized channel. I don't need to get much bigger than that. I'm not trying to take over the world, even though I said that earlier. I mostly just want to be able to do YouTube stuff full time, maybe open up a few opportunities for speaking, maybe write another book about how to YouTube where I unleash the secrets, maybe expand my formula across YouTube, maybe teach a few people, do some consulting, that type of thing. That's kind of the goal. I've got an idea for another podcast, baseball related, that I would love to do live from Major League Baseball parks. That would be a different type of podcast. I would love to do that. But thank you to all the new subscribers and all that stuff. We've got 141 on the stream right now. Trying to keep it entertaining. Hope I'm doing a good job. I tell you what, Stripling is an ugly dude. He's got just an ugly face. Lori C says, did you already write a book? I've written 3 books. Just go to Amazon and search Derek Levandowski. I wrote a book called Musings of a Human, which was about, it was just like a collection of essays and things I found interesting. I wrote a children's book for adults called Pinchy the Creepy Crayfish, a true story about a crayfish that we had that escaped. And then I wrote one called We're All Gonna Die, which is about different philosophies on death and human consciousness. There's an interest of mine. In fact, I've got some right here. Hang on. I think somewhere. I don't know where I have them. I'll grab a couple next break. Decided to run out while they made a mound trip. These are my 3 books. This is Musings of a Human. This one's Pinchy the Creepy Crayfish. This is my favorite one. I love this one. I love the illustrations. It's about a psychotic crayfish. And then this one, We're All Gonna Die. Probably the weakest of the 3. I kind of pushed it out there because I wanted to write 3. And I was bored. But now I'm channeling my creativeness into this channel. And I will write another one about building YouTube channels, how to make YouTube channels. I'm also going to start, I haven't announced it yet because I don't have the name yet. I'm going to be launching a separate channel where I do MLB The Show on PS5, a Yankees franchise. I've just got to come up with a channel. I might actually put it on my Streamski channel. I don't know. We'll see. I have Streamski. That's a different podcast. It's mostly like movies, philosophy, reviews of different things. But I definitely want to do one where I just broadcast Yankees MLB The Show. I want to do like Stadium Creator, all that stuff. I'm going to do on launch night on April 16th, Yankees gameplay as Jonathan Loaisiga warms up. Perhaps getting Kluber out of the game or just getting... He's just kind of loosening, just stretching and tossing. So on April 16th, I'm going to do a midnight broadcast like I did last year where I go over the Yankees roster on this channel. And then I'll do a gameplay footage. And then I'm going to do a 3-hour or 4-hour stadium design session where I... oh, by the way, THG, stop sending out the Streamlabs link because even though it still works, I don't get paid from it anymore. So as DJ rips a base hit through the hole, multi-hit game for DJ, and that'll bring up Judge as Stripling's starting to run out of gas here. He's at 77 pitches. He looks a little bit winded. But yeah, Streamski was my original. It was called Ski Lodge Cinema. I changed it to Streamski not too long ago. It's just shorter, easy to remember. Streamski is also my PSN name. As we're going to get a trip to the bullpen right here. That's it for Ross Stripling. Here comes the judge.
Objection!
The machine is back.
Like a glove.
So yeah, THG, thanks for sending out the merge links, but I shut down the Streamlabs subscription just because it was interrupting. Like, a lot of people like the widgets, but my stream is so active that it just got too overwhelming. I can't be in the middle of a thought and hear the ding, 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 you know, all that stuff. So I'm thinking Judge needs to go deep here. When I say Aaron, you say Judge. Aaron. And now in 5 minutes, we'll have a bunch of hashtag Judge. Ryan Kim wants a home run right here.
Excellent.
Just realized I haven't been outside all day today.
Natural light! Get it off me! Get it off me!
Wyatt says he's going to see Mr. Nobody with Bob Odenkirk. Now, Bob Odenkirk is tremendous in Better Call Saul. He was great as Saul Goodman in Breaking Bad. I'm dying to see, I think it's just called Nobody, right? I think it's just called Nobody. It's going to be streaming next month, so I'm still not vaccinated, so I'm still not going to the movie theaters. But I was going to the movies about once a week before we got shut down. I have a season pass to my local Alamo Draft House, and they serve food and beer and wine, and I got a couple of brothers in the area, so we would go, and a buddy of mine goes to the movies with me all the time. My wife loves to go to the movies, so I bought 2 passes that I could use 1 movie a day for 2 passes. So my plan was just go once a week, and it was awesome, and I loved it. But since we got shut down, I've only been once. I went to see, I don't remember what I went to see a few months ago. Tenet. I went to go see Tenet. Salvador Chavez says, "Hi, my friend." Hello.
Hello.
All right, here's Judge. It's Tyler Chatwood in. Judge rips it to left field. That's a base hit. I don't think the run's going to score. Runner had to hold to see if it was going to get caught, but Judge rakes one to left field. So Frazier's on third, DJ's on second, Judge is on first, and everybody's favorite number 3 hitter, Aaron Hicks, steps in. And this is one where Aaron Hicks, you know, he needs to be aggressive. If they throw you one right down the middle of the plate, you got to unleash the hounds right here. Somebody says that Bob Odenkirk was great in the Larry Sanders Show on HBO. Absolutely, I loved that show. Gary Shandling was fantastic. I miss Gary Shandling. There's a great documentary called, what's it called? It's about Gary Shandling. It's the life and times of Gary Shandling, but it's I don't remember what the name was. There's a ground ball up the middle, knocked down, but it's going to be a base hit, an infield single for Hicks, swinging at the first pitch aggressively. The Yankees take a 3-1 lead. It's looking good, folks. And the bases are loaded for Giancarlo Stanton. All right, I want to hear in the chat what you think that Giancarlo Stanton is going to do here. Is there anybody willing to bid on, we're going to auction off the Grand Slam Super Chat here. Let's start the bidding at $2.99 for a Grand Slam. Stanton swings at the first pitch. A slider away. Rocco says sac fly. I'm going with Rocco. I think he's going to hit a sac fly here. Lays off a tough slider in the dirt. I think that Stanton should look to drive the ball the other way here. They're going to work him away. They don't want him to pull it to his strength. But that right field porch is short, you know. Look for a fastball away, something you could just drop the bat head on and drive it. Comes in and jams him, and he fouls it, pops it behind the plate. And Giancarlo does not have the clutch gene today. Did in the playoffs, but not right now. Oh, that's baseball, baby. You're going to make it out 7 or 8 times out of 10 usually. 7.5. Who was it? I think it was Casey Stengel that said, if you're going to hit into a double play, just go ahead and strike out. Pop out works too. But that's why this lineup is so good. Now you got Gleyber Torres coming up. He picked up a nice base hit to right field his last time up. Chases a slider. Looks like Chatwood gets some late movement on that slider, possibly a cutter. Yankees lead 3-1 here in the bottom of the 4th. Loaisiga. I just say lasagna. That's why I just say lasagna. Loaisiga continues to warm in the bullpen, but I think that Kluber is going to come back out, but maybe not if it's a long inning. If the Yankees tack on a few runs, I think you'll send him back out there. $173 on the chat. Please go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. Will help me out a lot. I'll take a base hit right here from Kluber. Torres flares one off the end of the bat foul. Tried to pull an outside pitch. I tell you what, I don't feel like doing a post day because I've been doing this all day, so maybe I'll just stay on the watch party for a long time. Maybe that can be the thing. Weekend watch parties, Wednesday watch parties, something like that. Typically, I like to do a pregame show and a postgame show, but if you do a watch party for 3-4 hours, I think that earns you out of doing the postgame show. Maybe I'll make a piece about Corey Kluber, or maybe I'll just save it all for tomorrow. All right, so Kluber strikes out on a fastball away. Der Louis says, greetings from Germany. Love your content about the Yanks. Appreciate it. I heard a funny joke about Germany the other day about how it must be tough to be a tour guide in Germany because everybody just wants to see the World War II stuff. And it's like, no, we make cars, we make beers. No, I just want to see the death camps. But thank you for coming to this stream all the way from Germany. I've been playing a lot of FIFA on PS5, and I've been playing against some German clubs. So the Yankees do miss an opportunity. I'm going to go ahead and agree with Jack here. It is baseball. The Yankees are putting guys on, but you got to capitalize on some of these runs here. THG getting frustrated because the Yankees are relying a bit too much on the home run ball. We're not going to kick out the Blue Jays fans. We're going to let the Blue Jays fans stay as long as they don't do anything terrible. You're allowed to come in and root for your team. This is a watch party. All are welcome. But if you spam or be a jerk, then we will throw you out, as we've done for a few people already. What's up, Joba? Here comes my cat, Joba. Come on. Come on. Joby. Ugh. This is Joba the cat. He's unhappy about being on camera. Mr. Beaglesworth. This is my number 2 man. His name? Number 2. So we've got Corey Kluber coming back out for the 5th. Yankees with 9 hits on the day. Kluber's look pretty good. Jack Arnold said, how old is your cat? I think Joba, I got him in 2007 when Jabba Chamberlain was a rookie. He's named after Jabba. But I call him Joba. So, 14? We lost another cat who was 14 a few months ago. Nice slider from Corey Kluber, 1-1. He's at 72 pitches, so obviously hoping for a quick inning, but I think this is probably his last inning no matter what, but would not surprise me if he has a quick inning, 5-6 pitches, to see him come back out for the 6th. Depends on how long the Yankees bat for. Throws a 2-seam fastball. His command seems pretty good this inning. He's ahead of Simeon, 1-2. Jack says, are you going to get another cat? I'm going to stick with this one, Joba, for a while. And then we've got 2 dogs. Two cats. Oh, Simeon drills one to left field. That one's going to go 15 rows deep into left field seats. It looked like a two-seamer. And Joba, you're bad luck. We're going to get rid of you now. So Simeon ties up. No, it's actually 3-2 now. That was really a fastball that kind of just stayed out over the plate. Wasn't a bad. It was a bad pitch. Right over the plate. It had a lot of movement. It was a two-seamer. That's the same pitch we saw him give up a home run on in the spring. People are saying get him out, and Aaron Boone is going to oblige. So 4 innings, 2 runs, 1 earned for Corey Kluber. That is his final line. He leaves leading 3-2. And here comes Johnny Lasagna. I agree, not a bad debut.
Yes, I agree.
Let's get some music going while we wait.
Ball game over. Yankees win. The Yankees win.
I'm ready for Jonathan Loaisiga. He's got some of the best stuff on the staff. Hey, Yo-Yo said we got new sub hype here. Let me find who it was. Just appreciate it, Yo-Yo.
Yummy!
Johnny Lasagna, 3-0 last year, 3.52 ERA. Some of the nastiest stuff on the pen. In the pen. Deals a 97-mile-an-hour fastball away. A little bit of tail. Yanks lead 3-2, top of the 5th. Two-seamer at 89. That might have been a changeup. Loaisiga just throws the whole kitchen sink up there. Hey, JF says he just subbed too. I appreciate it. I appreciate the sub love, man. Where's the, gotta find it. Jack says, how many subs do we have today for this video? I think it's at about like 60 or 70. Jeff Meir, I can't find where you said your thing, so we're just gonna put up your oof. My personal goal is to get to 25,000 by the end of the season. That's the goal. Great changeup from Johnny Lasagna. Picks up the strikeout. God, I just love his stuff. He's just got such good goddamn stuff. Changeup, outside corner. Great movement late on the frickin' black. Love it. Wyatt says, sticking to the movie topic, Sylvester Stallone in the Rocky and Rambo movies What about you? So I do love the Rocky movies. Rocky, you can't go to Mars to fight the Martian. There's no air. There's no air for him neither. Hey, yo, Tommy Gunn. Hey, yo, you knocked him down. Now, why don't you try knocking me down now? Yeah, I love Sylvester Stallone, man. I like the Creed movies, too. The ones that he just, I guess he's directing them with Michael B. Jordan. That's such a crazy name, Michael B. Jordan. I wonder if 10 years from now there's going to be an actor named LeBron B. James. Jacob Bailey, new sub hype. $89 miles an hour from Loaiziga. Just misses. Loaiziga falls behind 3-1. Overthrowing a little bit to Bichette. You know, Bichette's a tough hitter. He might be trying to pump it up a little bit. They're showing a plaque to Anthony Kelsey. He was a New York Post photographer who passed away from COVID in 2020. I'll tell you what, this has been it's been a rough year since COVID began. Lost a lot of good people. Lost Mrs. Kittner from Jaws. Strike on the inside corner from Loaiziga. I'll tell you what my dream job is. My dream job, and if anybody from CBS is watching or WFAN, I want to be the successor to John Sterling. I can come up with some good home run calls. That's my career path. Come on, Loaiziga. Fouled away at 97 on the inner half. Loaiziga bringing the cheddar right now. The chat's getting kind of quiet. It's going to be a 3-2 pitch from Loaiziga. 10 pitches so far in the inning. We are 30 subs away from 11,300, so I'm going to stick around maybe until that happens. Swung on and missed. Jonathan Loaiziga. Did I not tell you guys all winter not to sleep on Johnny Lasagna? Did I tell you? The man is legit, and he's only going to get better as he gets older. Shutting it down, and if he holds him and the Yankees can put on some runs, he'll have a chance at a win because they took Kluber out. Kluber hadn't thrown more than, I think they said, 66 pitches in the spring. Maybe it was 68 pitches, so took him out at 71 pitches after the home run. He missed badly. Loaiziga's throwing a two-seamer on the inner half that's moving at 97. I mean, he's throwing it like most guys throw their four-seamer. And he's getting good hard break on the inner part of the plate against righties. That's a tough pitch to square up. Jack says, you think Loaiziga will be a future Hall of Famer? I don't think we're going to go that far, but he's Hall of Fame in my book. 97, inner half. I love this guy. I just love watching him pitch. Him and Nick Nelson. I also want to see Lucas Litke out there in a game that counts because he looks so good this spring. Corey Kluber on the bench. Doesn't smile much. Nice slider in the dirt. Good pitch on 0-2. You don't want to leave anything over the plate on 0-2. Jones P says Bichette overrated. I don't think so. I think Bichette is going to be a legitimate many-time All-Star. Eric C says, do you see Loaiziga as an opener? Someone who can give you a few extra innings? I like him in this middle relief role. You know, you got a bunch of guys who haven't pitched in a while, can't go deep into the game. Gets a 96-mile-an-hour fastball down the middle, fly to center field. Aaron Hicks puts it away. All right, so I said that I would close down the stream after Kluber was out, but Kluber's still in there. I'm having a good time. You guys having a good time? So I'm going to stick around. I'm going to stick around for a little while. It's 3 o'clock. Why not? Let's stick around. THG says, any chance that he ever becomes a starter, or will he be a full-time reliever? So Jonathan Loaizaga, when he first came up, was a starter, but he's always had injuries when you try and start him. He generally needs a day off between every inning that he throws, essentially, every inning or two. But if you try and jumpstart him after 4 or 5 days, he tends to get hurt, or if you try and throw him too many innings. He's a small guy, puts a lot of strain on that arm. I like him in the short reliever role. Jaffa Mir says, Jafahim, JFA him Jr. says, nice inning. I agree.
Yes, I agree.
Great inning from Johnny Lasagna. I've got everybody
That is
saying
so
lasagna.
cool.
Der Louis says, over here it's 9:06 p.m. My wife is taking care of the dogs this afternoon, so I'm out of that duty. So figured I would stick around here, see how we do. See if we can get to that 11,300 mark. People ask me how I grow so quick. Honestly, doing content every single day, just trying to do something every single day, and doing high quality live streams. You know, people like the live streams. That seems to be what gets the most subscribers. So I will continue to do this more if that's what people want. That's what people want. I do like doing the post-game shows too. I'm not opposed to doing, a game day show and then doing a watch party most nights. I mean, I watch most of the games, but I don't want to tie up the internet for my wife. Reminder to like and subscribe. We are, let's see, I'm shooting for 11,300 by the end of the day. We are at 11,270. So we need 30 over the next however many. So if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You'll see all my content. You'll get alerted every time that there's a watch party. It would mean a lot to me. It'll help me in my growth. And also, the more people we can get subscribed, the more chances we can get more sponsors. And that will allow me to do this more often because I could maybe make it my full-time gig. As Jay Bruce hits a little soft nubber towards second base. Looked like a broken bat. So much for my take to Rake. Having a rough day. Up to 3,912 individual streams for this, so pretty nice numbers. Carlos Portillo says, greetings from Honduras.
Hello there.
Hello.
I see people are sharing their ages. I am 37. I'll be 38 next month. If you guys want to get me a present, hit that subscribe button. Gary Sanchez, first catcher in Yankees history to homer in the first 2 games of the season. Exit velocity on his home run earlier was 102.5 miles an hour. Barucki, I don't know, is that how you say it? Barucki on the mound, a left-handed pitcher for Toronto. 3-2 Yankees here in the bottom of the 5th. Yankees need a win. Justin Hartman says he's 83. Shabuzi says 20. 46 for Eric. Community of all ages, shapes, sizes, colors, creeds, nationalities. That's the way we like it. Yankees fans, Yankees universe. Red Sox have Red Sox Nation. Yankees have Yankees universe. 2-1 count to Gary. Takes a fastball in the inside corner. That's a tough pitch. $36.72. $17.34. Now, I thought I saw somebody say in the chat that they were from the Philippines. We got somebody from Germany. Shout out where you're coming from if you're outside of the United States. See how global we are. Gary drills it to right field. Actually, got under it a little bit. Camera fooled me. Fly it out. 2 away. I really thought that was going farther than it did. Lori C says, old enough, thank you. Lori C is probably my biggest fan. I got like 5 or 6 super chats from her over the years, over the year or so, rather. Gio swings through a cutter down and in at 96. They're showing the old clip of Billy Martin pulling. Oh, we got somebody from Israel. We got somebody from France. Global. Dominican Republic, DR. They're showing that great clip of Billy Martin and Reggie Jackson arguing in the dugout in Boston. Oh, David Cohn just gave a shout out to John Boy. Shout out to John Boy. Content creator extraordinaire. I want my shout out, David. I did a video on you. I think if I keep putting out stuff, eventually David Cohn's going to run into it. Ground ball to short. Nice play, but the ball gets away, and Gio's going to go to second, and he's going to make it easily. He's in scoring position with 2 outs, and that'll bring up Clint Frazier. Gio with a couple of hits today. Let's see if they call that an error. If he had squared up, and he had time to make a good throw, but he threw on the run, threw across his body, and it had all sorts of spin and sink on it, and it got past Guerrero, who's not a great first baseman. I think Guerrero came up as a third baseman, but he gained too much weight. Well, he has lost the weight now. Can probably have a longer career at first base. Denver in the house. Go Yanks. Lori C says Jersey girl, but living in Penzi now. Let's hear it for Clint Frazier. When I say red, you say thunder. Red! Yeah, Guerrero looks bad over there at first base. I'm not going to lie. And the Bichette kind of can't believe that wasn't picked. Ooh, Clint takes a fastball right down the middle at 96. That was the one, Clint. Although Clint likes it up in the zone a little bit. JB says Guerrero's chubby. He's not as chubby as he used to be. Frazier bloops it. Looked like a jam shot. 1 hop to second. And that'll do it. So Frazier's out of there. We go to the 6th inning. Guerrero, Gurriel, and Tellez coming up. Yankees lead 3-2. 10 hits on the day for the Yankees so far. Going to go to a quick commercial break. All right, so we're back in the Bronx. Three to 2 here in the 6th. It's been a pretty good series so far. A couple of tight games. I keep telling you guys, the Blue Jays are going to be pretty good. They've got a good offense. Their pitching so far shutting down the Yankees, although I think that's more of a product of the Yankees having some timing issues. Loaizaga back out there. Jesse Sanchez says, Derek, you're Superman. Not quite. I wish I had Superman's physique. Someone says they want Nutella. That's delicious. I love Nutella. Foul ball to Guerrero. He kind of turned on an inside pitch, but he's down 1-2. PHG B-Man says, Derek, hi. Hello.
Hello there.
Saltbelly. Fortune Cookie says, you're surrounded by fortune hunters. They are lost. Come on, Johnny Lasagna. Change up. Grounded. Nice play by Jay Bruce. He gets up and makes the play. Really nice play by Jay Bruce over there. That's a tough play for a lefty because he's got to go across his body to backhand the ball. You know, Luke Voigt, that's on his glove side, so he just can scoop it up. But Bruce has to go to a slide to make the play, run over to first base. Jaffa says, wow, Bruce did something. Hey, let's not rag on him too much. It's early in his Yankees career, but really nice play from Jay Bruce. First pitch, chopper to Gio. He's up with it, makes a nice, easy play across. And Jonathan Loaizaga on 20 pitches now has gotten 5 outs and looks really, really sharp. I like how Gio Urshela sports those big gold glasses. He just looks like a third baseman. Today is Jay Bruce's birthday, apparently. Here's Rowdy Tellez. What a great name. Rowdy. You guys remember Rowdy Piper from the 80s? There was a movie with it's called They Live, where he would put on these sunglasses. In fact, I think I have it somewhere. Hang on. Next pitch, I'll grab it. So Rowdy Piper was in this movie. It's called They Live. And it's a classic. Really great movie. Tellez takes a ball on the outside corner. Off the outside corner. 2-1. Jack Arnold says he could see Loaizaga making the All-Star game. I hope so. Body slam from Mike Prince. Mike Prince knows Rowdy Piper. Fastball just off the outside corner at 96. How does Loaizaga generate so much velocity from such a small guy? THG, I don't blame you for never hearing of that movie. It came out in the 80s, before you were born. How's the sound and everything coming through clear? I'm streaming at 1080p today. Luke Hughes says, I'm a Reds fan when Bruce was on the team. Don't know hype. Nice pitch, a changeup from Johnny Lasagna. I tell you what, you guys are seeing why I raved about Jonathan Loaisiga all winter. I love this guy. I just love this guy. I've liked him since they first called him up. If you go back and watch on YouTube, you can get highlights of his first game with the Yankees. He looked really great. He came up as a starter. Great athlete. So we're at 4,181 people have watched today. Pretty good stream. And we've added about 80 subscribers today, but we're still at 11,272. Trying to get to 11,300. We'll see. I may not do a post-game show today. I'm pretty tired. The channel's had a pretty good day. I should spend some time with my wife and my dogs on a Saturday evening. Also have a friend coming over, my buddy Rob Thompson. Some of you may have seen him on the Streamski channel. I interviewed him about light gun games, rather. Like Duck Hunt and Virtua Cop, all these old games that were out in the 80s and 90s. He's coming over to play PlayStation 5. We're going to rock some Mortal Kombat. Going to rock a little bit of Call of Duty Warzone. Anybody wants to play at some point, just add me on PSN. The name is Streamski, STREAMSKI. I try and add anybody who asks, but I don't always respond to messages on there because usually when I get on I don't have a lot of time to game. I'm pretty busy. I have a full-time job and I treat this Yankees channel like a full-time job. So I essentially work 80 hours a week. And so I don't have a ton of time to game, but I try and squeeze in gaming after my meditation in the morning for just a little bit of, light unwinding a little bit. So I will be starting another channel. I haven't named it yet. In fact, if you guys want to submit some name ideas, that would be great for my MLB The Show franchise. I'm considering NY Gaming Franchise or NY Franchise, something like that. Jack says, I have an Xbox getting MLB The Show if you want to play. I would love to play. I don't know if they have cross-platform. CC Art says, do you watch Fuzzy? I love Fuzzy. Fuzzy is the best. I actually emailed Fuzzy on his channel to see if he wanted to collab at some point, but he didn't respond, so I bet he gets tons of requests. I know I get tons of requests, and I only have 11,000 followers. So if you have 100,000, I'd imagine you get requests all the time. DJ LeMahieu, 2 for 3 on the day, 2 singles, does have an RBI. Looking a little better last time. Raked one through the hole. Mike Price, I thought this said Mike Pence, says, have you played March to the Pennant? Actually, I think it's called March to October. I played it last year. I didn't love it. There wasn't enough team control. I'm a franchise guy. I like to play my franchise and play one game from every series in the traditional game mode, but then I'll play 2 games in retro mode. That way you can get through the season. You can play 160 games in, a couple of months. NYY plays. I like that. NYY The Show. Nick Nelson warming up. If you guys watch Fuzzy, if you guys have a relationship with Fuzzy, give him a shout out. Tell him to watch me. I would love to chat with him. DJ takes another ball inside. This guy, Dolis, doesn't seem to have the greatest command in the world. Does have a pretty good fastball. 3-2 Yankees here in the bottom of the 6th. Yankees got their first run on an infield single from DJ LeMahieu. Second run was on a home run from Gary Sanchez. Third run on an RBI single. Dolis lays one in there at 94, low and in. I think DJ could have swung on 3-0 there and done some damage. Ryan Kim says, when does Chapman come back? He will be back tomorrow. Fastball low and away. Reminder to go ahead and like and subscribe. If you want to follow me on Twitter, you can. I don't tweet very much, but it's at Musings of Derek. It's a little play on that Musings of a Human thing that I wrote. Upcoming podcast, I'm supposed to have Tanner Swanson, Yankees catchers coach, on here at some point. He agreed, but we haven't been able to iron out a schedule. Got Kyle Korver coming on tomorrow night. He'll probably be on Monday morning. We've got Brian Hoke coming back for his book, to promote his book later this summer. Danny from Danny's Dugout. Some of you know her. Instagram model / Yankees fan. She's agreed to come on. Let's see who else we got coming on. Ron Bloomberg, first designated hitter. NYY the show. That sounds good. I like that. Nick says he hates Twitter. I hate Twitter too. Everybody's so crappy. PHG, I'm not going to add you, but if you want to add me, I'll accept. Pitch to Judge, low in the zone. So Dolis is all over the place. He's just, he walks DJ LeMahieu, and he's kind of all over the place. Judge is 2 for 3 on the day. Judge looks just so much different with the teeth filled in. I feel like Judge is due for a bomb here. He didn't hit many this spring. He hit one. I feel like if they lay one in there to him, he's going to jump all over it. Look fastball away. Drive it the other way. That one kind of tailed back over the inside part of the plate, and he chops it foul. 1-1. I think once we get to 20,000 subscribers, I'm going to try and incorporate a weekly audio podcast on iTunes. I used to have one. I'm also considering, as we get bigger, just doing more baseball in general stuff. Just comments on other things from around the league, but we'll see. I do like talking Yankees more than talking about other things. It's going to be a 1-1 to Judge, or let's break into John Sterling. It'll be an 0-1. Judge drills it. Right center, but not deep. Caught out there in front of the track by Grichuk. Aaron Hicks steps in. He's 1 for 3 with a single. He had an infield single that I think scored a run. That angle kind of tricked me a little bit. Somebody mentioned the angle in the comments. I couldn't see who it was. But yeah, they had the behind the plate angle, and it looked like Judge hit it well, and it kind of left through the top of the screen. And I thought it was going deep. Meg says hi. Hi, Meg. Hicks hacks at a high fastball at 94, fouls it away. Pat, welcome back, says this game has aged him 15 years, which means he is now 20 years old. Just kidding with you, Pat. Just using my old man jokes. Shout out to Pat. If you don't follow Unhinged New York or Unhinged Yankees, Patrick is the man.
Hello.
Big fan of Pat. Patrick Hennessy. Big future in this business. Big future. And I hope that Pat and I can work together on 643 DP podcast for many years to come. I tell you what, Hicks needs to turn on one right here. Fastball inside off the plate. We are now just, looks like about 24 short of 11,300. We've added about 70 today. So pretty good. 4,418 individual streamers so far as we enter the 2.5 hour mark for this stream. Hicks chasing that changeup all season long so far. Swings over it on the outside part of the plate. I'll tell you what, the Yankees offense with 10 hits, they should have more runs. They really should. all of the third base line is open, and he's trying to pull a changeup on the outside part of the plate. Why are you not looking for something on the outside part of the plate and just try and slap it down that third baseline? This guy is walking the ballpark. This guy is all over the place. Get him in a bit of a jam. Take that low and away pitch and drop it down. PHG says, what level are you in MLB The Show? I don't know. I think I was like 75 or something. I don't remember. Hicks swings and misses at a breaking ball or a changeup. Looking awful at the plate. Absolutely terrible. He's looked really, really bad this year. Can we get a boo? Can we get... I don't know if we have... We're going to get the clown horn for Hicks.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Here comes Giancarlo Stanton. He's due. He's very due. Takes a fastball inside off the plate. Come on. Come on, G. G unit. Takes a slider off the plate. I think we're going to call the stream after this inning, and then I will jump on for a quick post-game. I need to grab some lunch, but I appreciate everybody who's joined. We've gone longer than we thought we would. This has been a good time. I need a little break. Come back on for Domingo Germán tomorrow. Let's hope that Stanton can do something here. $170 on the stream. Pretty good day. Few people want me to stay the whole game. Would you guys rather have a post-game show, or would you rather I just stream the rest of the game? Those are your two options. I can do a post-game show with highlights and reaction, or I can just hang on for the last couple innings. It'll mean I won't be able to have a post-game. Three-one count to Giancarlo. Oh! Oh, just foul. All right, so people are saying to stay on. All right, I'll stay on the stream, and we'll just skip the post-game today. You guys won. You guys win. Giancarlo takes a slider in the dirt. Ball 4. Quick trip to the mound to see Dolis. Keeps doling out walks. Somebody's saying pinch hit Wade. Really? I wouldn't pinch hit Wade for the pitcher. Jack, stop asking to be a mod. We've only got 140 people. We don't need 2 mods. Come on, Glaber. Glaber takes a fastball with some good two-seam action. Low. 1-0. Somebody says bad ratio of hits to runs. I agree. The Yankees should have more runs with as many hits as they have. I tell you what, my favorite hit of the game isn't even the home run from Gleyber Torres. It was the double by Clint Frazier. That ball was raked. In fact, I don't know what the exit velocity was, but I would bet that Clint Frazier's double was right up there with Gary Sanchez in terms of exit velocity. Jaffa, we can't pinch hit Wade. Why would you pinch hit Wade for the best? Ugh. Wade cannot hit. Did I say Glaber? I meant Gary. Yeah, Gary had a home run. Glaber's up now. I might have misspoke. It sounds like I said Glaber. How do you pronounce Litgee? It's Litgee. Lucas Litgee. Just think of it as Litgee. Litgee. Glaber takes a ball low. Dolis looks like he's getting frustrated out there on the mound. 3-1. There's 2 runners on. His stuff is good, but his command of the baseball is not. Looks like Wade is getting some stretching, and he might pinch run. Judge sitting cross-legged on the bench. Somebody says, bro, Wade is not a bad player. Wade is not a bad player, but he's not a guy you pinch hit for Gleyber Torres. Base is loaded on the walk. They're showing pitch by pitch. I hate the pitch by pitch, especially when it's a walk. I don't mind pitch by pitch for like a nasty strikeout, but when a guy throws like 10 pitches and then walks somebody, like I don't want to see 8 bad pitches in a row. Jay Bruce was my take to rake today. He has so far not done great. Montoyo going to take Dolis out of the game. He leaves kind of dejected looking. So we're going to go to a relief pitcher, and I will be back in just a moment. We're going to throw up a commercial. Let's see, what do we want to do here? Let's watch a little bit of the 96 comeback. This is the story of one of the most improbable comebacks in World Series history. The New York Yankees were down 2-0 in the 1996 World Series, being outscored 16-1 in their home ballpark. They were facing the defending world champion Atlanta Braves, and were scheduled to face the 3-headed first ballot Hall of Fame trio of Greg Maddux, John Smoltz, and Tom Glavine in 4 of the next 5 games. This is the story of the amazing World Series comeback of 96. The story of the triumph of 1996 actually begins with the disappointment of 1995, a year in which the Yankees made their first postseason appearance in 17 years.
He's going to try to score. Here's the division championship. Mariners win it. Mariners win it.
The Yankees came into 1996 with a new manager, Joe Torre, who held the dubious record of most games played and managed without ever appearing in a World Series, The Yankees had a new first baseman, Tino Martinez, a new second baseman, Mariano Duncan, and a rookie shortstop, Derek Jeter, each of whom had great seasons. Pitchers Andy Pettitte and Mariano Rivera were entering their sophomore seasons, and expectations were high. Mid-season acquisition Cecil Fielder and Darryl Strawberry added some much-needed. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that quick look at the comeback of '96. That's available on this channel. I go back and watch that all the time. I originally started creating videos on this channel because I wanted them to exist. It's like, man, there's nothing good about the '96 comeback, and so I wanted to watch it. So I made it. The old logo was on the screen. How about that? So we got Meza in here, a lefty against Jay Bruce with the bases loaded, 2 outs. Jay Bruce has not done much. Just missed a 3-run home run, I think, or maybe a 2-run home run off of Phelps the other day. Takes a fastball inside. Had a little bit of two-seam action. Down low and in. Chip said he loved the old logo. Yeah, but I like logos that can be a little bit more modern. Bruce takes a fastball up. One and one. We are now just 20 short of the next milestone, which is 11,300. Bruce fouls it away, 94. Bruce takes a high fastball, 96. 2-2 is the count. They're showing this guy, Meza, had a tear in his arm that he did on a pitch to Didi Gregorius that he threw behind him. Good to see him come back. Bruce bloops one towards left center. That could drop in there for a base hit. It will. 1 run scored. 2 runs score. Yankees take a 5-2 lead. My take to rake coming through. And that goes back to the walks. Getting guys on base, having good at-bats. That's the Yankees game. Walks, home runs, good bullpen. Somebody says he's finally a for-real Yankee. Let's let him go deep first. But he did make a really nice play in the field last inning. So Jay Bruce with a good game so far. He broke his bat on that, looked like. Fastball inside definitely breaks his bat. You see the splinters fly off. And here comes Gary. Looking scary. Takes a high fastball for a strike at 92. Jaffa Jameer Jr., I think it is, says that Tyler Wade has come in to pinch run for Jay Bruce. Makes you wonder who they're going to put at first base. They'll probably switch DJ LeMahieu over to first base, move Gleyber Torres over to second, and put Tyler Wade in there at shortstop. That's the way I would do it. Saw the Yankees do that a number of times last year. Jay Bruce has just tied David Cone on the all-time Yankees RBI list with 2. We've got a Tyler Wade super fan in the chat. Look, I like Tyler Wade. He does exactly what he's supposed to do. Oh, booted by the shortstop, or by the second baseman, Simeon, but he still throws out Sanchez. So we are through 6. Yankees lead 5-2. Let's go back to the comeback of 96.
This actually begins with the disappointment of 1995, a year in which the Yankees made their first postseason appearance in 17 years.
He's going to try to score. Here's the division championship. Mariners win it. Mariners win it.
The Yankees came into 1996 with a new manager, Joe Torre, who held the dubious record of most games played and managed without ever appearing in a World Series. The Yankees had a new first baseman, Tino Martinez, a new second baseman, Mariano Duncan, and a rookie shortstop, Derek Jeter, each of whom had great seasons. Pitchers Andy Pettitte and Mariano Rivera were entering their sophomore seasons, and expectations were high. Mid-season acquisition Cecil Fielder and Darryl Strawberry added some much-needed power, and the Yankees took their first division title since 1981. After taking the best that the Texas Rangers had to offer in the ALDS and emerging victorious in 4 games on the strength of Bernie Williams' heroics,
hit to right center field, back it goes, back, gone! Oh, there it goes to left field, back, gone!
The Yankees won the 1996 pennant over the wild-card Baltimore Orioles, with Bernie Williams leading the way once again.
And here's a drive to left. It's mighty high, it's mighty far, and good night.
The Braves had just finished kicking the shit out of the Cardinals in the NLCS.
Back 15-0 Atlanta.
Winning the final 3 games of the NLCS by scores of 14-0, 3-1, and 15-0.
All right, we'll go back to that next commercial break, 2 minutes and 46 seconds in. But Lucas Litke has not pitched since 2015. He is in the game. He looked really good this spring. He was just shutting people down this spring. Meredith Marakovich just gave him his new nickname, #strikeout machine. Let's see that in the chat. #strikeout machine. Apparently, Lucas Litke has a really good spin rate on his fastball. Also got a very nice curveball. Little fastball inside, bloop towards right. Judge not going to be able to get there. Just a little dunked in single. Good pitch, but tough place to place it. Call that hitting them where they ain't. Somebody says, of course, he gives up a hit. It wasn't like he got ripped. It was just a little bloop. I think he might have broke the guy's bat. CJ Cable ranting on his curveball and spin rate, saying how good they were. They would be top 5 percentage in the league if he had the innings. We'll see. Sam, you're not wrong. .89 mile an hour fastball up and in, swung on and missed. 0-2. Licky yet to break out that good curveball. Hey, Rymel. Enjoy your band. There's that breaking ball from Licky. Closing in on 5,000 individual streamers. 4,978 as of right now. THG, thanks for modding there. It's amazing that somebody would come into a chat just to know they're going to get banned by spamming a bunch of the rivals' names. Sanchez has trouble with the breaking ball in the dirt. Good offensive catcher this year, but still not impressing me behind the dish. This is just a breaking ball in the dirt. Now, that's a tough pitch to block, but Jifamir, don't jump the gun a little bit there. Fouled away, 91. Darren O'Day warming. Swung on and missed. First strikeout for Licky. Strikeout machine. Hashtag strikeout machine. Jack, all fans are welcome, but fans are not welcome to spam. Clearly the same account, but now we know his name. Olmeri Hernandez. Shouldn't have put your name out there, buddy. Fans, you know what to do. It's one Mets fan that's just bitter because his team hasn't won anything in forever. Freaking Mets. 300 wins in 900 years, basically. Ground ball too short. Run's going to get in, but Kluber comes up with it, makes the play, and there are two away. So a run scores, but routine ground ball. Look, that was not a bad run. I mean, there was a bloop single. Guy advances to third on some wild pitches. Apache Beast. Hey, what's up, Apache Beach? Beast. Let the bitter Mets fans put their hate out there into the world. And he's already been banned. I'm sure he's got like 15 accounts, and he's going to come back and, you know, if he's not shouting Mets, I'm sure he's spamming other channels because that's what these people do for fun. They're terrible. They're garbage people. If you spam just to annoy people and cause a bad time, all you're doing is putting out negativity in the world. Somebody asked if Kluber can still get the W. No, it would go to Johnny Lasagna. You have to pitch 5 innings as a starting pitcher to qualify for the W. Licky does seem to get some late movement on that fastball. Doesn't throw overly hard. We've seen mostly 90, 91. I'm going to add Mets, Mets, Mets 3 times in a row as a phrase you just can't say. Nice play by Wade. So we get through it. Yanks win. Yanks lead 5-3. We're going to go back to that game, or that video I was showing before, the 96 comeback. We were 2 minutes and 36.
Managed by scores of 14-0, 3-1, and 15-0, outscoring the Cards 32-1 over those 3 games. The 1996 World Series matchup was set. The upstart New York Yankees against the defending world champion Atlanta Braves, and it all began in the Bronx. Joe Torre finally got to manage a World Series game, though he did so with a heavy heart as his brother Frank awaited a heart transplant. Game 1 was all Braves as they teed off on 21-game winner Andy Pettitte, and Andrew Jones became the youngest man to homer in a World Series since the Mick. Eventual Cy Young Award winner John Smoltz was terrific in Game 1, and the Braves defeated the Yankees 12-1 to take a 1-0 lead in the series.
Into left field, well hit, Strawberry back at the wall, another home run for Andrew Jones.
David Cone had been acquired by the New York Yankees for the 1995 pennant race and was quite good, despite getting absolutely tuned up by Ken Griffey Jr. in the division series. He ultimately re-signed with the Yankees in the offseason and got off to a pretty good start before missing 4 months with aneurysm surgery. Joe Girardi handed him the ball in Game 3, knowing that, to this point, no team had ever fallen behind 0-3 in a best-of-7 series and won. Opposing him was Tom Glavine, another future first-ballot Hall of Famer. Glavine, though, was hittable in this game, and the Yankees got to him early.
In to score is Williams, and it's 2-0 Yankees. Hey. Inning over. To the left side, great play by Chipper Jones.
Cone had a bit of trouble in the bottom of the 6th inning, but after a frank discussion, Joe Torre opted to leave him in the game, and despite walking in a run, he did get out of the inning. Later on, Bernie Williams would homer to give the Yankees their first win of the series.
To the right side, Soho. Game 3 belongs to New York.
All right, so we left off at Game 4. We'll pick it up again after this inning. Bottom of the 7th here. Yankees lead 5-3. 11 hits for the Yankees, 6 hits for the Blue Jays. Corey Kluber in his Yankees debut, 4 innings, 5 hits, 1 earned run. Gio Urshela leads off, takes a fastball low and away for a strike. How's everybody doing out there? I just banned Mets, 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 Mets. So nobody can type that anymore without it automatically being hidden. Reminder to go ahead and like and subscribe. We are, it looks like, 20 subscribers away from 11.3. I like to see the numbers go up. Clint Frazier on deck, picked up a double earlier. Five, 3 Yanks. Looking for their first W of the year. Domingo Germán on the mound tomorrow. I'm excited to see what he can do. Let's get a hashtag Domingo if you support his comeback story. 2-2 count here to Urshela. Left-handed pitcher, right-handed batter. Jack, you wrote it and you probably saw it, but it didn't show up on the feed. So the way YouTube works is I can ban certain phrases. So if somebody comes in and types a racist word or something, they'll think it showed up, but it just doesn't. Nobody else will see it. There are certain things that you just have to ban. And spamming is one of it. Frazier takes a fastball up in the zone. Clint Frazier hits pretty well up in the zone, more so than other guys, because he's got that quick bat speed. So occasionally you'll see him tomahawk one. You know, typically guys swing through that high fastball because they don't have the bat speed, but Clint does. Takes a cutter off the plate. Great take. That was barely off the plate. Good job picking up the spin. Hashtag Red Thunder. Frazier cuts through a breaking ball. Frazier 1 for 2 on the day. 3 hits on the season. I don't know what Nightbot is, Justin Hartman, but I will have to look into that. Jack, this is why you don't get to be a mod, because you ask a lot of dumb questions. Sorry, buddy. Frazier takes a fastball in the inside corner. Strike 3. That was just a good pitch. Ayers says, when is Tyone's debut? It sounds like he's going to start the 6th game of the season. So it'll be Domingo tomorrow, Jordan Montgomery on Monday, Garrett Cole on Tuesday, and then Jameson Tyone on Wednesday. All right, so we're going to go to the bullpen. I'm going to go back to the Yankees video where we left off at Game 4.
3 balls and a strike on McGriff. Hit into center. Track. Wall. 1-0 Atlanta.
Kenny Rogers signed with the Yankees prior to the 1996 season, but he just could not handle New York. He struggled all season long, and Joe Torre actually wrote in his book about Kenny Rogers that he wished he could inject him with confidence somehow. Rogers struggled again in Game 4 of the World Series, leaving the Yankees in a 6-0 hole. But a series of mishaps, odd bounces, lucky bounces, and hits all helped the Yankees chip away and get back in the game. Joe Torre encouraged them to take small bites and just chip away at the lead and get guys on base to try and create one big swing. Before I get to the big swing, I've got to talk a bit about Tim McCarver. Tim McCarver was an ex-player. He served as Joe Buck's color man during the World Series, and he was somewhat disliked. Deion Sanders even threw a bucket of Gatorade on him once after a game because Tim McCarver criticized him. But Tim McCarver knew baseball, and he saw what was about to happen coming.
I think Wohlers is going to the breaking ball too much. If you get beat, you want to get beat on your best pitch, not your third best pitch. In the air to left field. Back at the track, at the wall, we are tied.
The Yankees continued to put pressure on the Braves, and ultimately Wade Boggs would pinch hit and have one of the best at-bats of the season, drawing a walk and forcing in the go-ahead run.
The Yankees take the lead.
Yankees closer John Wetland came in.
Okay, sorry guys. Sorry about that. We had a little bit of a crash. It happens on streaming. I had to lower the quality to 720p DJ rips one to right field, but right at Hernandez. He makes the catch. And we are finished. All right, we're going to go back to the 96 comeback.
Even the series. Game 5 was set to be the final game in Atlanta's Fulton County Stadium, and the pitching matchup was a rematch of Game 1, Andy Pettitte versus John Smoltz. This game would go down as one of the most high-pressure and best pitching duels in World Series history.
Been afraid to go the other way. Inside corner, one away. One away. Strikeout of the night. He found it. One away. And put Atlanta on top. 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 called.
In the top of the fourth, Marquise Grissom would misplay a ball in center field, allowing Charlie Hayes to reach second base. Cecil Fielder would knock him in, allowing the Yankees to break through first.
Down the left field line, it's fair. Up against the wall, in to score is Hayes. Down to second is Fielder. He's in with a double.
John Smoltz got back to work and dominated for the rest of the game. He called it the best game he ever pitched, but it might have been Andy Pettitte's best game ever as well. And the Yankees outdueled the Braves 1-0.
Yankee at first. Now Jones back to Pettitte. You want more poise? 1-4-3. Inning over, and the Yankees hold on to the lead.
All right, guys, sorry to cut that off, but we got Darren O'Day coming back in. I saw we had another spammer, Lindor, so I went ahead and banned that as well. What a loser that guy is. Imagine just having such a dog shit soul that you've got to invade someone else's good time and try and ruin it. What a dog shit person. I like Darren O'Day. Got a nice sidearm slinging motion. Should be easy on the arm. I can't ban all Mets-related words because... All right. Jack's going on timeout. THG, go ahead and put Jack on timeout for the rest of the game. I've had enough of Jack. Little bloop single. Need a little double play ball here. It's okay, Lori. Jack had to go. Jack was just saying too many dumb things. He's been here a long time, but he's always begging to be a mod, and he's always just asking dumb questions. I just couldn't see it anymore. Junior, so I'm not going to ban other teams. I only ban people who are horrible for now, but we'll see how it goes. Somebody says I should do a watch party with Pat. I would love it. We should do that, Pat, if you're on the chat. I'm sure we'll do it at some point this season. Lori says, I think Jack is very young. Well, Jack just had to grow up in a big way because he just got banned. Yeah, Pat's favorite player, Brett Gardner. Well, Brett Gardner does not get a lot of love from Pat, but I like Brett Gardner. He's just he deserves to be doing what he's doing now, which is coming in late in the game as Darren O'Day gets the swing and a miss from Teoscar Hernandez, 1-2. Top of the 8th, Yanks lead 5-3. So I'm going to pull this one up because somebody says, why am I bugging banning people? Because I'm trying to maintain a positive community that people want to be in. And some people just get annoying. It's my own little universe. Just want a good community here, guys. It's a party. Trying to enjoy the last couple innings of the game on my Saturday. Chad Green warming in the bullpen. Chapman is suspended. Yes, he'll be back tomorrow. This is a little rinky-dink pop-up towards center. That's going to drop in there. So 2 little bloops in this inning. That's the problem with these soft guys. It's easy to make bad contact. CJ Cable says, good vibes. Let's hear it for good vibes. Let's do a hashtag good vibes. Vladdy Guerrero Jr. This is a tough one. Darren O'Day needs to get him out. Chapman has suspended Connor Jones because apparently he threw at somebody from the Rays last year. 100 miles an hour up around somebody's head. Tell you what, it'd be nice to have him back in the pen tomorrow. 85 right down the middle. Gets taken for a strike. That's what used to crush me. Luke Hughes says, last dono. He says, have you ever seen the movie 61? Yes, it's one of my favorite movies. Barry Pepper was great in that movie as Roger Maris. That's the story of the 1961 season. So yeah, I was going to say, that's what drives me crazy. This 85 mile an hour fastballs. A-Rod used to have trouble with that. Yeah, so THG has a really great point here, and I'm going to put this up. Occasionally, I do have to ban people to maintain the community, but that's one of the reasons the community grows so quick. I've added, oh my goodness, this one's popped towards left. Gardner's going to get under it. I didn't like the trajectory there, but Gardner makes the play, 1 away. In this stream, we've gained 80 subscribers so far today. So I'm not worried about having to ban a few people who get annoying or who make the experience uncomfortable for other people. I'm not bugging. This is my community. I am trying to maintain a certain level of positivity, a certain level of decorum. And so if people spam or if people just repeatedly say dumb stuff or beg to be mods, that's not the type of shit that I want in here. And so I give you the whole heave ho. Somebody asked, what were my thoughts on Kluber's start? I thought he was good. I think he'll get stronger as the season goes along. He seems a little bit rusty with the breaking ball. We saw him hit Vladdy Jr. We saw him miss a few times had 3 walks. I think that's a product of feel, of being out of the game for so long. We need a little double play ball right here from Gurriel. Come on, Darren O'Day. Throw that little sinker. Little chopper to Gio. Oh, he picked him off, but he throws it into center field. But luckily, Hicks there to back up. Ugly play. That was a weird pickoff move. It's got to be weird to do a pickoff move if you're a submariner or a side armor. It just freaked me out a little bit. It almost looked like a balk. CC says, wait, what happened? There was a pickoff play at second. He threw it into center field. But luckily, no advance. It's 2-0 on Gurriel Jr. Up to almost 6,000 individual streamers today, so thank you for all that. Two and one. CJ Cable makes a good point. The pickoff move actually worked. They had the runner off. They had him dead to rights. But when you throw sidearm and you're not used to throwing from that angle, you know, sometimes it can sail away. That's why sometimes you'll see guys throw away a ball. If there's a runner on first and there's a bouncer back to the mound, you'll see guys throw up and away. Mariano Rivera did that one time in the World Series. You'll see guys just kind of make weird throws because, you know, the ball can sail on you if you're throwing at a different trajectory than you're used to. Andrew says the Mets are great this year. It's the fans who need some work. I agree. Let's get that little chopper. Little double play vibes. Gurriel bloops one. Another bloop. Are you kidding me? Foul. Oh, my goodness. Mets fans have gotten very cocky. I'll love it if they get destroyed this season somehow. I think the Braves are better. We are 16 short of 11,300, so let's keep those subs coming. We are at over 6,000 individual streamers today. Alex, how's the Phillies game going? How's Didi look? Also, how's Bryce Harper look? I'm a big Bryce Harper fan. I would have gone after Bryce Harper rather than Giancarlo Stanton. I would have waited a year and gotten Bryce Harper. This one's ripped to left, but Gardner's going to get there and make the play. 2 down. That one was smoked. But Gardy with a nice run and catch. Hashtag Gardy party.
Yes, sir.
My kind of team, Charlie. It's my kind of team.
Lori C says Atlanta has some fun young players. I agree. They've got Acuna. They've got who else do they got? Max Fried. In my MLB The Show franchise, they signed Bellinger too. All right, we're going to take a quick break. I will be right back. We'll find a commercial here. Actually, let's go back to the 96 comeback.
This like Stanley. Joe Girardi was known for his defense, not his offense. But it was his offense on this night that would prove to be vital. Future Hall of Famer and former Girardi battery mate Greg Maddux was on the mound for the Braves in Game 6. Early on it was more of the same, but after a double by Paul O'Neill, Joe Girardi produced one of the most memorable moments in Yankees history.
That will put the Yankees on top and over the head of Grissom. O'Neill scores. Girardi is chugging for 3. It's an RBI triple and the Yankees lead by 1.
A lot is made of the fact that the Braves had 3 first-ballot Hall of Famers on their roster, but the Yankees had a couple of first-ballot Hall of Famers themselves, Mariano Rivera and Derek Jeter. Derek Jeter put the Yankees up 2-0 with a base hit to left center, and then scored on a Bernie Williams single to give the Yankees a 3-0 lead.
Here comes Jeter.
The Braves would get a run in the 4th, but then had the difficult task of facing Mariano Rivera, followed by eventual World Series MVP, John Wetland. If the Yankees could hold the lead, they would have done the impossible. They would have beaten Tom Glavine, John Smoltz, and Greg Maddux all in the same series.
Another chance to the left side. Hayes waits. The Yankees are champions of baseball.
All right, sorry about that. Had to go get a donut. Chad Green in now. They're hoping he can get 4 outs today. Rowdy Tellez has struck out twice and flied out. Charlie Hayes. His son is a pretty good player. Shout out to Donuts. Donuts are the best. What I don't get is how donut holes are a thing. Because a hole is the absence of something, right? How can you have donut holes be a thing? CJ Cable says Nick Nelson could be used if necessary. I agree. Nick Nelson is somebody I would not be afraid to go to. Hopefully the Yankees can tack on a couple runs and then you can put Nelson in there. But they also will have Nelson ready for tomorrow if need be, because you had to use a lot of the pen today because Corey Kluber only went 4 innings. Fouled away. Chad Green ahead 1-2 on the count. I'm going to go ahead and give that. Oh, I can't. Where is it? There we go. Boom. Tellez strikes out swinging. Great pitch from Chad Green. Up in the zone, that high spin rate fastball. We're going to the bottom of the 8th. Yankees lead 5-3. Andrew says, try not to broadcast the game or you could get copyrighted. I am not broadcasting the game. Hopefully you guys can't hear the sound of the game. We are 15 subs short of our goal for the day, which would be 11,300. So keep those coming in. We are at 5,993 streamers. I thought we were at 6,000. I guess not. But looking good. Justin Hartman says the Yankees need to get 9 home runs this inning. I will take it. I will sign up for that right now. 9 home runs. Remember last year when they hit 5 in one inning? Somebody hit 4 in an inning a few days ago. Maybe it was the Diamondbacks or the Reds. I don't remember who it was. We do need another bomb, though. This is a home run hitting team, and they haven't been hitting the ball out of the ballpark. Here's Judge. Takes a breaking ball inside. Slider strike on the outside corner. Judge 2 for 4 on the day. This guy's name is Payamps. This guy pitching. Maybe it's Payamps. Payamps sounds like an app for like buying electricity or something. Yeah, Cardinals hit 4 home runs in one inning. I see a talk of sweets in the chat. Who's down with Swedish fish? I love Swedish fish. Swedish fish. Oh, so somebody's asking for my Twitter. It's at Musings of Derek. Let me try and type that in. You know what? I don't have time. It's at Musings of Derek. James Hall, not confident in Aaron Hicks. I'm not confident in Hicks right now either. So TJ Zuch tomorrow appeared in 3 games for the Blue Jays. He'll be getting the start. Domingo Germán for the Yankees. Judge with a miserable swing. Fooled on the fastball. I don't know how you're not looking for the fastball there. Somebody says Swedish fish are to die for. Flap, flap, flap. Judge has definitely had some awkward swings this year. I mean, he doesn't pivot his back leg at all on that. That's just a weak swing. Lori C says she's doing intermittent fasting. I did that for a while. Now I'm on the diet of where I just eat whatever the hell I want and just hope I don't have a heart attack. That's kind of my diet. Angel says, Talkman over Hicks ASAP. Yeah, I mean, Talkman, I want to see what he's got. And we'll probably see him when Hicks takes his annual 3 weeks to the injured list with a oblique strain in June to go play golf. Shadows creeping in. This could be an issue. Hicks is just not hitting the changeup. They've discovered if you throw Hicks a changeup low and away, he will swing and he will miss. Brisket is Chip's favorite food, hands down. I don't know if I've ever had a brisket. What is a brisket? I've had a biscuit. Hicks takes a fastball. That probably should have been called strike 3. I've never been a big seafood guy. I don't like the smell. I don't mind shrimp. I like shrimp. I eat a lot of spaghetti. I eat a lot of pizza. Probably not the healthiest diet. I eat a lot of yogurts and fruits. Every morning for breakfast, I have peanuts and lion's mane mushrooms. It's for nootropics and creativity. I eat a lot of steak. Shout out to steak. I see somebody said steak. I eat a lot of bananas. Hicks draws a walk, so that's more like it. All right, Stanton's coming up. What do we think Stanton's going to do? I think Stanton is due. THG says cooked or raw shrimp. I like them both ways. I like popcorn shrimp, but I also like raw shrimp. I like raw shrimp mixed with cocktail sauce. CJ says bat flip walk. Yeah, Hicks is one of the only guys who bat flips when he walks, but it's nowhere near Kenny Lofton's level. Kenny Lofton used to have the worst bat flip when he would walk. I think Stanton's going to pick up a base hit here. I think he's due. I think he's going to shoot one through the right side. Base hit the other way. Although they're working him inside. Takes a fastball inside corner. We're back up to 147 on the stream. We dropped down to like 90 once the stream dipped out for a little while, so I had to lower it to 720p. Justin Hartman says, how about deer? I have had some venison. I had venison jerky, and it was good. Stanton gets jammed. Bloops it to center. That's probably going to get caught, and it will. Stanton is getting jammed a lot. He's definitely late on a lot of pitches. This pitcher looks like Jason Dominguez. This pitcher looks like he ate Jason Dominguez. Ryan Kim says, I miss Voit. I agree.
I wholeheartedly agree.
Kluber takes a curveball outside corner for a strike. Gary Sanchez has been very good so far, Angel. Let's hope he keeps it up. Did make an error today, but has also had a couple of nice plays. Lori C says, where is spring training Stanton? Yeah, it appears he left his bat in Tampa. I think Stanton will come around. Right now, his timing is off. It's pretty clear he's getting jammed on pitches he would normally not get jammed on. I don't think Stanton likes the cold weather. He's a California guy, a Florida guy. That's why he raked in the playoffs last year, because it was warm. And look, Kluber late, too. I feel like the Yankees are just late. I feel like they might be looking breaking ball too much. Tonight I am getting pizza. My buddy Rob Thompson coming over. If you have a chance, visit my other channel. It's called Streamski. I did a podcast with Rob Thompson a few months ago about light gun games, and he's just a really interesting guy. We generally talk a lot about philosophy, about life, about existence, about the nature of reality. We talk a lot about our various jobs and complaints, and mix in a little bit of politics, things like that. And then we don't see each other for 2 months. Justin excited about his deer tonight. Kluber fouls it off. Again, Kluber looking like he's just a little bit late on the fastball. Lori C says, booze and cigars. No booze. I mean, no cigars, but yes, booze. CJ says he lives in the South. Yeah, I live in the South too. I just never had a brisket that I know of. I might have had one that I just don't know what it is. Kluber with an awkward swing. Slow roller to short. Up with it and fires to first. So we go to the top of the ninth. The Yankees have a 2-run lead. It'll be Grichuk, Jansen, and Semien. I'm going to stay right here. Hey, Trick. This guy keeps posting Francisco. Don't ban him. Just let him do it. Whatever. Just let him do it. He thinks he's having a good time. Yanks are winning. We're in the 9th inning. People have made it this far. They can ignore the spammer. Imagine going to different accounts just because you want to keep spamming. Imagine that. By the way, hang on. Somebody's commented, what about Kevin Brown? Hang on. So the Yankees will be playing in the Field of Dreams game this August. That'll be fun. I really want to try and get a press pass for that game. I think if this channel gets big enough, I might be able to get a press pass. We'll see. I missed some questions. THG says stop hiding his account. Nah, you can keep banning him. It's fine. I just wanted to make it clear that he's just being an idiot. Grichuk 9 home runs against the Yankees over the past couple years. Justin says nobody's buying your Land Rover, right? I don't know anybody who drives a Land Rover. I drive a Nissan Rogue. I love it. 2021. I love the infotainment system. Swung on and missed. Chad Green throws the breaking ball for a strike. Mike Prince says Matt Harvey won me $100 today. Was that from DraftKings? How did he do? Sean says buy Bitcoin. I don't know what Bitcoin is. I just don't understand it. I'm too dumb for that. Popped up. Just going to get out of play. Yankees 2 outs away from their first victory of the season. This has been a pretty successful stream minus the one spammer. We have added about 80-something subscribers, and we've added 6,357 real-time views so far. Green's breaking ball doesn't look like it's breaking that much today. Snowball says, you should do reaction videos to Yankees clips of games. Yeah, I do that usually. I usually do that. but I've been doing watch parties so far this season. Panic pops it to right. LeMahieu over and runs out of room. Yeah, so usually my routine on this channel so far has been I like to post this thing Yankees Game Day. It's like a highly produced 5 to 10 minute video that I put out in the morning. I get up and I work on it. And then I like to do a post-game live stream that's 15, 20 minutes long where I show the highlights and give my reaction. I'm planning a Domingo Germán watch party for tomorrow, but I forgot it's Easter. I may not be able to do it. We'll see. Popped up by Panic. Glaber camped under it. CC Art says, imagine being so dumb that the only thing you do is spam. Yeah, that's awful. What a horrible soul that person has. 5-3 Yanks here in the top of the ninth. Marcus Semien up at the plate. Chad Green just 15 pitches. It looked pretty good so far. And Semien pops it up. This should do it. Who's going to make the catch? It's going to be Gio. Yankees win. Yankees win. I've got baseball here. Hang on.
Ball game over. Yankees win. The Yankees win.
Thanks to everybody who watched. I'll be back at some point tomorrow, either with a game day show or a post-game reaction. I don't think I'm going to end up doing I'm going to have time to do a live watch party, but I appreciate it. Snowball says you got to play New York, New York. I can't do it because I'll lose monetization on this, copyright claim and all that stuff. So appreciate it, everybody. I am signing off. Yankees win and are 1-1 this year.